tavern in Plymouth, our adventure awaits. To my wife I bid farewell as she waits from our gate. With the voyage at sea destiny, I have date for 8 pieces of silver. I boarded my fate. 2 years of provisions, from sauerkraut to nails, 9-ton hogsheads of rum and cast them full of ale. We made ship shape the rigging from crow's nest to keel, and with the weather eye open, Captain Cook set sail. Hang on to the winds and head out to sea. Beyond the horizon, the ends of the earth beckon we. In 3 years of discovering new lands for the crown, 200,000 leagues of boat Cape sailed around. On a mission for the mythical southern continent bound. Well, we searched the world over and it could not be found. In the year 1773, 194 men sailed into history. Crossed the Antarctic Circle, first ever we'd be. Unknown, uncharted waters, first known, ever seen. Hang on for your lives, we preach and you see. Onward beyond the horizon, the ends of the earth there to be. From the heavens of lush Polynesia, a dream paradise, to a great barrier reef of impassable ice. Frozen islands, volcanoes 12,000 feet high, rising up into the distance, and every attempt impenetrable. Ice goes gigantic, glacial mountains lost through the clouds to the sky. There's no way through to go. Like the edge of a wheel. There's no way around to go. Like the edge of a wheel. At the end of the earth. And I say that beneath us graves await those drowned sunken men. Will our fate be to sink here or return home to see you again? In the fog and much darkness of a black midnight sun, our 2 ships separated, though we fired sounded guns. Time and tide wait for no man, to the end we have come. But come hell or high water, journey home's just begun. So turn
love that video. What do you think? Decent.
Yeah, I like it. It's good. I like it more and more the more you play it.
Yeah. I don't blame me at all. Or you.
Just wait
Nice.
until my cousin does that video for me.
Oh, nice.
He took the bait. He's going to do the warmth.
Oh, nice.
And I told him that it would be hard to do the whale song thing at the beginning. So he said that he sent me a video. I haven't watched it yet, but he sent me a video on how a guy does some kind of like background stuff by using some kind of a loop or something. I don't know what he was talking about, but he said that he was going to try to do it in that manner, the way the guy did it. Anyway, I'll share more as we go along.
Now, Marcy loves that video too, obviously.
Yes, said she loves the sea.
Huh?
We love the sea.
The sea.
I do.
We all love the sea. I guess it's like brings you back home. We only got one person watching. I think Mr. Anus left.
No, he said he'd be back. He had to go walk the dog or something.
So, yeah. So you said you did have a video in your stream. You want to share that? The one you were talking about earlier?
What was I talking about that earlier?
You were talking about a video earlier.
Remind me. Let me look. Hold on. Let me go back to mine. Let me go see mine.
Wakey stuff. God, it was annoying. I'm gonna give it another shot.
Oh, we could watch. Yeah, we could watch this 2-minute video that I put up. It's got 6 views already. Wow. Put out 3 hours ago.
Nice.
5 thumbs up though out of 6. Not bad. It's called A Single Dog Day of Summer. And you know how like normally when you see a sun dog, there's 2 of them, right? There's one on one side, there's one on the other, and the sun's in the middle, right? And I've seen that quite a bit. But this is like a phenomenon that I see only around here so far. I don't know. I haven't looked like online to see if there's more videos like this one, but I haven't seen any right off, just popped out of my mind, where there's just this one focus. And I've seen this anyway.
Okay.
Do you have it ready?
You got to present it.
Oh,
You send it to me? Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course. I will definitely send it to you. Where do you want me to send it? Can I
You can
thumbs up
put it
on
in-
stuff?
You can put it in the chat or in the background, one of the two. Can you get into? You can get into the StreamYard, can
Copy in the link.
Okay.
Let me go over here and open YouTube now. I got the link. Wait, I was in YouTube, duh. Okay, let me go back to our live here. And let me post it. Oh, look, that time our stream came up first before the other stuff.
Yeah. I know.
Okay, here I go.
Cool.
I'm trying to post the link. Here it is. That worked. It appears to have worked. Just give it time.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Because you're better at putting that stuff. Until we meet each other, like physically, and you can show me how all the stuff works on here, like I'm probably not going to get it until someone goes through it with me. I'm not saying that I'm not computer literate. It's just that depending on, like it depends on the day of the week, really, on how intelligent I am when it comes to computer stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I got you. It's not really difficult. I could get my 5-year-old grandson to do it. I'm just kidding. He's only 3.
well, yeah, I'm sure you could, but like I said, it's because he watched you do it so many times. That's why he's got it figured out. But you know what I mean? I can't watch you guys when you're doing it. All I can do is assume whenever I see that you put the screen up there and you're clicking. That's the only time I can tell. But anyway, go ahead and play the video, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right.
Fair warning, I might curse or something in here. I always do. I have a sailor mouth. Sorry.
And it all goes to the sea.
Yep, it's gonna start disappearing, so I might as well just get a video of it.
Yeah, these things will like appear and then disappear.
You know
like,
why it's you know where it's coming from, right? It's because of the chemtrails they put in the goddamn sky, and it's hitting that cloud of chemtrails,
Oh, Lord.
and it's focusing the fucking
The
light
goddamn
out crooked.
grill.
That's what causes all these fires out here. How do you think they fucking do it? They do it with clouds. They don't do it with
Do it.
lenses and shit in the space.
I got my finger in front of the fucking camera. Sorry.
That's
Yeah,
why
I
I'm
can
looking
tell.
through my camera because it's so fucking bright. It's gonna blind me, bro.
I'll notice it here in a second.
Even the fucking that anomaly, but there's not.
Oh,
two of
there you
them.
are.
I'm gonna walk over here.
Not 2 of them.
Good job,
You can
sir.
see it without the fucking house.
That's
No
the big
trespassing on your neighborhood there.
Yeah, fair warning, my address is probably on there too. So if you do show up, just see back
Pull that shit out, bro.
Yeah, I'll show up later.
Just one
I'm
sun.
gonna drive all the way to Frisco.
But you see, like normally you'd see another sundog over there on the right, right?
Light
Well,
like
there's
that
not
with just a cloud of chemical.
Yeah, it's only on this side.
There's just, and And so I think what it is that this is them practicing
Oh yeah, you can see it way
on
better.
how
It's
they
like a
can
perfect
put
rainbow.
that stuff in the sky just in the right way to
Can't
where it
see my
focuses the
camera
beam,
really.
right? So they can keep
I got you.
Zooming in,
whatever
I'm
it is.
trying to get a
Or
good
maybe that's
picture
just
for
an
you.
accidental thing. I don't know.
I don't remember where the fuck. There it is.
There
But
are
I think this
accidents
is why we have
yeah.
burn spots in our yards. Like when half of our yards burned and the other half's not. Have you seen that lately? Or like when half of your trees burned and the other one's not. It's not.
I don't have a
It's not
yard or a tree, dude. Sorry.
Oh,
I haven't had that privilege in years. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
you live in a
pretty
dust.
badass. It's good when you look at it on here because you can see it all at once. When I'm standing here looking up at it, I have to turn left and right to look at
And
the
I know
sun.
my camera's got a little bit of grease on
Fucking
it.
beautiful, though.
Fingers, that's why it's
That
kind of
color pattern is so
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
kind of blurry.
there's so much glare. I
That's
apologize.
literally just a chemtrail causing
It is.
the light to fucking.
Get a lens cloth, dude. Keep your lens
This
cloth.
anomaly happens all the time.
I was
I've
like,
got
what are you-
many
what are you- I'm in here, I'm
videos
standing in the
and
middle of the fucking
photographs
street.
and just being one sundog.
Yeah.
And it just and it's there and then it literally just disappears right in front of you. You'll be watching it and it just zip gone. Right?
Yeah, it's playing Mastodon again. Like
Yeah.
I want to hear that every time.
Yeah, I know it's starting to get me too, but
No, it goes right to the songs I played on here. Like it doesn't understand that I'm in the middle of the show, so it doesn't care.
right. It's just but
It's got a memory.
what I was wondering is I haven't gone through my video lists in a while. I was thinking maybe I would go check that out.
Let's see if we can find Wakey Wakey right quick.
Because you know how you have your playlists? I've got a playlist. Oh shit, is this what I think it is? No way.
They want family friendly programming on the YouTube. You can tell.
Wow, this is old. 2021? Holy crap.
Uh-huh.
Clown World Tour, remember that?
No, I don't.
You should. If you know who Witsit is, then you know. Be the Change.
I don't know Witsit stuff that well. I ran into Witsit running in the Bob and Glowbusters. That's where I first saw him.
I like Witsit. I don't know. I don't care what everybody says.
I don't know Witsit from a hole in the ground, dude. I've only listened.
I know. I'm
to
just,
three of
telling,
his
I'm
debates.
just telling you now, just so you know, that I do like him. And
Check this out. Can you see that?
Mhm. Dude, who made that?
Eddie Banjo.
That's a good drawing a
drawing.
donkey too.
Yeah.
His eye, one eye is going down, one is going up. I can't do that with my eyes. I can cross them, but I can't do that. One up and one down. That's got me tripping. Oh, logical observations is here. Hello, sir.
Oh, logical. How are we doing tonight, sir?
Sir, ma'am, we don't know. We're only
Logical observations.
making an assumption based on the name. Like Jeremy sounds like a dude, so I'm just going to say it's probably Jeremy.
Yeah, let's go to that Flatter Banjo. Maybe he's got Wakey Wakey on his playlist. I think he actually does.
I don't think I do. That's for sure. But I do have some crazy, wicked, weird shit in my.
Oh, it's right here, dude. I found it.
Did you really?
Yeah,
No way.
this is what I want to look at.
Spelled?
Yeah.
How's it spelled? Wakey wakey.
It's not Wakey Wakey. It's just PhD gets a dose of flat Earth truth.
Oh, okay.
It's based. It
Universities.
was done by Wakey Wakey.
And I found
This is his intro.
Hi everyone. I recently spent some time in the city of Freiburg, a charming place in southwest Germany in the Black Forest. Now this area of Switzerland, southern Germany has historically had great thinkers and great professors and highly acclaimed universities.
Ooh.
And I found out one of the world's top
Let's go.
astrophysicists, Dr. Bergegina, was here. She is looked at as a world expert in how the universe works and in exoplanets. She does TED Talks and is well known in astrophysics circles.
Out there in the universe. And the Earth is just one of them.
It's just
In this
wonderful.
universe, we are really tiny. We put Earth in the center of the universe.
We did.
Then we realized something wrong with it, so we put the sun in the center of the universe. Again, it was a little mixed. We put Milky Way in the center of the universe.
The Milky
Not
Way.
so bad.
Speaking of
And
milk,
we found out in the end that there is no
I need a white
center
Russian.
of the universe. Our planet is just a single blue dot among billions of other stars and billions of other planets. We use these plants as prototypes of photosynthetic organisms in the universe. And then we build models for alien lives, how they could look. And when we puzzled with this question, how aliens can look like, we actually find answers in the backyard. When we detect life on other planets, we will understand and learn that we are not alone. And
Yeah,
we are
we're
not
alone.
special.
We're alone.
I wanted to interview her, but how? I thought about it and I created an alias, David Howard from Oxford University Media Society, and created some online material supporting this front.
How sneaky.
After some well thought out, tricky and delicate emails, I got the appointment, and with the backstory that I was collecting information for young students at Oxford. As I waited in the lobby of this advanced university astrophysics centre, I could see that this was a business, with funding, hierarchy, secretaries, etc. Now before we get into the interview, for those new to the channel, know that gravity is just a theory, and my blog in 2015 explained the errors with gravity, and that it can be explained away by density and buoyancy. This blog had over 50,000 views, with not one person debunking it.
Nice. That's a lot of
Also
views.
worth knowing is that in 1931, a book called 100 Authors Against Einstein was published in German, and is in the description. This shows 100 scientists stating Einstein was leading science into pseudo-mysticism, abstraction and speculation. It was crushed by mainstream science. Also know of the Dunning-Kruger effect, a cognitive bias in which experts mistakenly assess their cognitive ability as greater than it is. It's related to the cognitive bias of illusory superiority, and also comes from the inability of people to recognize these experts' lack of ability. Obviously in this interview I couldn't say what I really wanted to early on, as I didn't want her to walk out. I wanted her to cover more subjects and get more answers. So take a seat and buckle up, and this gets more interesting as it continues, and presents a big key, one the truth community has needed for a while. Okay, let's play.
We're playing.
This doesn't go to unedited somewhere. You will edit this?
Yeah,
somehow?
sure. You can swear or go to the toilet or whatever, it's fine.
Okay.
Sure. Hello, Dr. Bergigina.
Hello.
If you could just spend 1 minute or 30 seconds explaining who you are and what you've done.
Oh, yeah. So I grown up in Russia. I fell in love with astronomy, first with physics and then with astronomy. And I realized that I want to understand the universe. I cannot live on Earth without knowing what's above my head. I just felt like I need to know. I went to the university, studied astrophysics and mathematics, a lot of programming, because when we were studying astronomy, we were told that astronomy is not just science by itself, it's very interdisciplinary. So to be an astronomer or astrophysicist, you need to know physics, mathematics, programming, and I must tell right now, lots of social skills.
Yeah, sure. Great. I've got a few questions for you, mainly going to go to teenagers. They're probably questions you don't hear often, or you probably heard when you were a lot younger. The first one I'm going to ask is, it is said that a spinning atmosphere has no border, there's no physical border between spinning atmosphere and the vacuum, and the atmosphere gets less pressured and becomes the vacuum of space. At what altitude would you say that the atmosphere stops spinning? So gravity, they say, pulls the air molecules to the Earth, but there's still some atmosphere molecules higher up.
Yes.
At what altitude would you say these atmospheric molecules stop spinning?
Well, this is, I would formulate this question that, yeah, okay. So the atmosphere spinning and gravitation forces for molecules. These are two kind of different, let's say, forces. Yeah. So the spinning allows molecules to escape. Actually, at certain heights, yeah.
Okay.
So they can spin and escape at some point. They escape through collisions also. There's the additional forces. They collide. So
Collide with each other or
Yeah,
with
with each
parts
other.
of the vacuum?
with each other.
Okay.
So in order to understand when the atmosphere ends, kind of, yeah, not like having a sharp border, but what we call atmosphere below and no atmosphere above.
Yeah.
Actually, there's another term called exosphere.
Okay.
It's nothing to do with exoplanets.
Yeah.
It was terminology before exoplanets were discovered. It's called exosphere. So that part of the atmosphere which escapes. So below that part, the atmosphere, if it exists, it's called atmosphere.
And it's spinning.
And it's spinning and colliding.
Very quick. You ready? Very quick. You ready? Measure this happening.
What?
The atmosphere escaping to the exosphere.
No.
That's what I'm trying to get
Retarded,
to.
bro. It's a fucking retarded.
Molecules colliding, but
Yep,
above,
it is.
they already the density is so low that they can escape because they cannot collide. They don't collide anymore.
And what happens to those molecules of atmosphere that escape into the vacuum of outer space?
Oh, they go on a cosmic journey.
Okay, and they stop spinning with the Earth.
Yes, they don't belong to the Earth anymore.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there a set altitude, distance where that happens?
Yes, of course, it is defined by density of the atmosphere, the gravity of the planet. But for the Earth, I have to look up. If you want me to look up, I'll look up.
No, that's fine.
I don't know that number. I know that the density falls off exponentially.
Yeah.
So I actually cannot say. I mean, we tell that the space starts approximately. Let's say at 100 kilometers, about 130 kilometers.
And it's a little dry,
this,
guys.
Something like this, that you can go on the orbit. I mean, this spinning means like the body spinning around the Earth means that it's orbiting Earth. Yeah.
Okay.
So even if we put a satellite at 200 kilometers, it's still orbiting the Earth, even though it is not in the atmosphere. So we put satellites at thousands of kilometers above, and they're still spinning around the Earth.
They're still in low Earth orbit
Yes.
in this model.
They're still on the orbit. They're still spinning around.
Would they still be colliding with molecules of the atmosphere?
Yes, they will. If there are, yeah.
Okay.
At that height, yes.
Okay, great.
So everything is spinning around. All the also space junk, what we call, all this.
Yeah, I've got a question on that later.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So everything is spinning. In my terminology, it's orbiting. Astronomy terminology, it's really orbiting the Earth at very large distances. Moon, 400,000 kilometers, is still orbiting the Earth.
And this would also collide with escaped atmospheric molecules from the Earth?
Yes, and it also collides with the escaped molecules, and not molecules in this case, but more like particles and atoms from the sun.
Okay.
Which is called solar wind.
Okay.
What were you trying to show? Ooh.
Pay
What the hell
attention.
is that? Okay.
Feral fluid.
Oh, I've seen it. Feral fluid, yes. Like you.
Just watch. See the magnet on the right?
Uh-huh.
Pay
Okay,
attention.
yes, it.
See how when they put there's a field. Now watch. He's gonna put them on this field, on this table, and they're gonna show you how they match up and how the magnetic field works. What? See those little things with the burns on them? Those are those little things I've been showing you. That
Okay.
They make these things. See that burn marks? See the shape of those burn marks on it? Those are the magnets that they use for the experiment.
I got you.
This is fascinating.
That would
This shit will blow your mind, bro.
that would explain a little bit about orbits, maybe. What controls them?
Yep. And it also shows here in a second, it's going to show you stuff that you see in space and why you see it. It's going to show you why it's plasmatic and why it's electrical. This video, this Primer Fields thing is fucking beautiful, bro. This video is so awesome. You guys got to check this out. See,
Put a link in.
that's what they invented. Those two magnets. There's one at the top, one at the bottom, and they filter in plasma and different kinds of shit. And look, they can make a star. Look at that shit.
I see
See
it.
the little injection jets that are on this around the edges of it?
Yeah.
Is that fascinating or what?
Yeah. Can you put the link for that video in chat so people
You
can look
bet
at
your
it?
ass I can.
Well, then get on it, dude.
Bet your ass I can. Give me a second.
Okay.
I didn't know I could download the video.
Yeah. Mr. Sidewinder's on with the Boston Ray right now doing a live stream. It's his
Oh, yeah.
birthday.
They do
That's
it.
where everybody's at. Yeah. Well, they did it again because one of them walked out in the middle of the set on the first one.
Back button doesn't work fast enough on this stupid thing.
Mhm.
Come on. Here I come. I'm back.
The ferromagnets are fun to work with, dude.
Oh,
Don't get me
dude.
wrong.
Just so you know, there's a thing you should probably play at the beginning because this is patented stuff, and even though they give it out for free, there's a little warning at the beginning that says it's all patented. So just so everybody knows, this video is obviously protected by that. So, but there's a little thing at the very beginning of the video you should play before we skip around or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so it's got a federal.
I'm sure then, because I'm pretty sure it says right at the beginning that anybody can play the video and watch it and use excerpts from it, but you're not allowed to like steal their ideas because it is a patent pending. So,
Okay,
you know, that's what I'm telling
got
you.
it.
So I just want to make sure that you just show that at the beginning of the screen when you play the video. Start there, and then we can skip through into the spots where I want to show you the interesting stuff or whatever if you want.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, the PhD's little interviews get
Well, I just don't want anybody
get
to
a
like.
little slow. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be an issue showing parts of the video because I've seen them on plenty of other channels. It's just I want to make sure
Yeah,
that that's
definitely.
put up there for their protection. You know what I mean? In case
Everybody needs protection.
in case it's
Good
important.
anus needs,
You know, I don't
good
want.
anus needs protection too. So I'm telling you.
Yeah, we do feel naked without you, don't we?
Yeah. And now we're complete with the anus. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that thing right quick. I want to look at that barrel magnet. Where did I put that?
Where did you put that?
Oh, there it is.
Did you put that, Roger? Okay, I need to pause that because it's going to make me crazy. Looking at my bald head.
Yeah, well, I got to get this out of this big screen and get to the share part. Am I sharing it now? No, not yet.
No, you
I
still
got it set up. I got to
So-
get it here. Here we go.
I noticed Restream's just catching up, so the thing I posted just popped up on there.
This will change the world. How about that?
Yeah, and I think it will too. I think it will. But yeah, play this part first, and then we can skip through it. We can skip around. Let's play the very
All
beginning.
I'm playing with ferro magnets, man.
Badass thing.
Yeah. Somebody's playing God.
Not really, but it's pretty fascinating. Just whatever they're doing here. It's pretty fascinating.
Your audio's coming in lagging.
So it's protected. No rights to the use of technology covered under blah 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 blah. Just make sure you read it before you try stealing any of it. That's all. Just saying. Legals.
Or they'll break your fingers.
Well, I mean, I'm just showing the guy's thing because he's willing to share it and show us all the stuff. I think it's only
Yeah.
right to show it.
Should we do the countdown? It's in Dolby. Nice. We have the Dolby surround sound. We're all good. Everybody comfortable? Primer. Nice. So Ryan, they're going to break down the primer fields of magnetics. Is what we're doing first, right?
Well, basically what I gather from this, I'm not a scientist. I don't hold any
You're not?
degrees. I don't know anything about, but I do know a little bit about fields. Okay, fields. What they're talking about is like electrical fields, magnetic. There's different kinds of fields, and they're
Yeah.
manipulating gases and magnetics and electricity all in this experiment. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but what they start to point to is some fascinating stuff, like about these domes that we see on the top of buildings and shit. I think this explains a whole lot more than what you're ever going to learn from the mud flood people, because I really honestly believe that this primer fields thing, this experiment that they're showing, is probably an explanation for a lot of stuff that happened on Earth, especially the melting and all this other weird kind of stuff, this mud flood looking stuff. There might be actually technology involved in it. And I think this is, to me, where my mind is going with this, is that this is a key to helping you understand how that if they put the right metals, the right things in the ground in the right places, they could control the Earth's surface like a field, an electrical field. They could manipulate it. They could cause lightning to come down. They could do all kinds of wicked stuff. I know you guys don't believe in this yet, but this stuff is like, it's up there. It's like, believe it or not, even though I'm not a scientist, there's a lot of scientists that are looking through this stuff and they're going, what the hell? They're starting to see connections. Okay. And remember I showed you those pictures of what it looks like inside of a microwave, the thing that emits the microwaves and the shape of it. It had, it looks like a round cylinder and it has a little cuts in it. And you know what I'm saying? And they look like those windows from those buildings. You know what I'm talking about, right? The old churches.
Yeah, I do personally. Yeah.
With the weird colored glass windows, they have the same shapes in them, right? They look like microwave towers. That's what I think they were. Like, I'm dead serious. I'm not kidding around at all. I think that there's technology that literally destroyed the Earth at some point, probably in 1800 somewhere. I don't know. But I mean, if you start to think about all the weird stuff that we hear about, like with all the mud flood stuff, all the stuff about the World's Fairs, and if you start to put that all together and think that, okay, well, how does that all fit together with the Bible and all this other stuff, right? That's where I go with it. I try to imagine myself, okay, if there's any truth in this, right, it has to align with what the Bible says, right, in my mind. So in order for me to even be accepting of it, but the problem is this is a little bit what I'm leading you into is very, very hard to understand subject. Let's put it that way. And so because I don't understand it fully, I can't really explain it to you except that it's tingling my spider senses or my whatever you want to call it, my senses. Something's has led me to this, and it keeps on getting, this stuff keeps getting brought up in everything. All these little people are using symbols and pictures from this video is what I'm saying, and they're actually talking about mud flood stuff, but yet they're not giving it credit for what I think it really means. And that is, I think they had technology that could build these buildings just like that. I think they do. I think they did, and I think they destroyed it. And I think that this video, if you just watch it, it's like 8 or 9 hours long. But if you get through the whole thing, which I did about 3 or 4 times already, you'll be like, what? You'll start to see what I'm talking about. And I think if they're able to manipulate the ground and the air, just like what I think they do, like what they're showing in this experiment in a small way, imagine what they can do with a huge one like the Dome of the Earth if they put the technology in. You see what I'm saying? How do we know that we don't live under some kind of technological area?
Sorry, I gotta stop you for a minute. Ana says it's tingling something. All right.
Well, I mean,
All
I'm
right.
serious, but you're not going to understand until you sit through the whole video, and there's 3 parts to it, and then there's a bunch of other stuff to add to
I
it.
gotta show that.
But
Jim's
I've been trying to push this. I don't know what this means yet. I don't know how it all fits together, but I need because I know you guys are smart like I am, right? At least I assume you're smarter than me, actually. But just my assumption is, if you guys are as smart and as weird and as freaky and creepy and outcast like me, then you're probably going to see what I see in this, and you're probably going to come back and go, wait a minute, what about that? You're going to bring stuff to me that's in the video that I didn't even think about. So I really do suggest that if you are here and you take me seriously at all, even though I don't take me seriously sometimes, check this video out, bro. I think this video will, if anything, it'll tickle your sense of wanting to know more about the sciences and understand the fields and the way things really are in the world, right? That's what it made me do. And so I did a lot more research beyond this, of course, but most of it was like stuff that I did on my own, like, you know, just looking up things, reading stuff on the internet, looking up science and making phone calls to people and asking about weather and all this kind of stuff and asking all these questions to the right people. And I got a lot of weird, I don't know why I didn't record it and keep track of it, but I did think about it at some point. But for me, I needed to prove it to myself, right? I'm the kind of person that needs evidence. So when it comes to like this stuff, I know that I'm leading you into something that might even take you off the path somewhere. And I don't want that to happen. So, but what I want you to understand though, is that having having gone through and read and watched all this and tried to understand it a little bit, it makes me realize that there might be a much more to science in general than we even have any idea of. Let's put it that way. Because if they're able to talk about this stuff like it's nothing, when they do, yeah, I think we're on borderline where I think I'm starting to figure out how they're connecting the two. I know it sounds stupid. I know it sounds fucking insane, but I don't know. And I honestly,
let's drop it to
the pyramids were made by a fucking machine. I do. I believe they were made by a big machine that could pull matter together and then form it and place it. I do.
It's like Rise of the Machines.
I can't explain it to you, but I've like had nightmares about it. It's like, I don't know how else to explain it.
Well, John Connor, let's get back to it. Ready? Let's check out what the primer fills are.
Here we see the representation of a single photon of light. Scientists understand many of the properties of light, but light still holds some mysteries that perplex us.
Pay attention to this. It's very important.
Thomas Young first demonstrated the wave nature of light in 1803 with his famed double-slit experiment.
Yeah.
And ever since then, the world's top minds have debated what the results of this experiment actually mean. Although Young's double-slit experiment is repeated many times every day, we are always left with the same perplexing question that goes to the core of quantum mechanics and even our very understanding of matter. Is light a particle or a wave?
It's a wave, dude. It's
Experiments have revealed that light has the properties of both a particle and a wave, but how can it be both a particle and a wave?
Part of an experiment. This blew my mind.
Then we find this to be the case
but
for
it's
all
not a natural
electromagnetic
experiment,
radiation
necessarily.
and all matter. This leaves the world's brightest minds still searching for answers to this basic question.
To a point.
Is matter a particle or a wave? In this video series, you will be shown the solution to our dilemma. In fact, you are looking at that solution right now. The fields shown around the green photon are electromagnetic fields of opposite polarity, with the red field being of north magnetic orientation and the blue field being of south magnetic orientation. It will be proven that this is actually the way that magnetic fields are structured around all matter. This applies from the smallest particles we have discovered to the largest structures in space.
Well, we're in space now.
If you were to measure these fields with a compass, their magnetic fields would appear identical to the magnetic fields of a bar magnet.
But what he's doing with the bar magnet is...
This also means that when we measured the magnetic fields of matter with other methods in the lab, we also assumed that matter had a bar magnet type of magnetic field.
One pulls.
But this assumption was a mistake. So until now, we have incorrectly assumed that electrons and other matter have a magnetic field shape as shown in this drawing. But an electron, as well as around all other matter, are actually two opposing bowl-shaped electromagnetic fields.
Now watch, he's going to show you the proof.
Unless we properly understand this basic magnetic field structure, we will never be able to properly understand the fundamental forces of matter from the subatomic to the galactic.
Still we're in space again.
In this presentation, you will be shown that correcting this one basic misunderstanding of magnetic fields also explains most all of our problems in
I've seen this
physics
before.
and astrophysics.
You have seen it, I know. I was going to say, you have seen parts.
I believe that this magnetic field structure is an intrinsic property of all matter. Therefore, you cannot have a particle of matter unless these magnetic fields are there to form it and confine it. To further understand these magnetic fields and validate this new theory, hundreds of experiments were conducted utilizing a vacuum chamber and specially constructed bowl-shaped magnetic field emitters.
Now, brother? Are you hearing
When
me now?
70,000 volts of electricity is applied, the plasma formations that you are now seeing appear. A variety of purging gases were used in these experiments. This includes ordinary air,
I'm gonna
argon,
add one thing right
hydrogen.
quick. So
What is that?
basically, they're
Do you-
exciting the
with this?
gases.
Do you get where I'm going with this? If we can make an experiment where we can create a blast of light like that and in like a spherical thing and then control it, what's to say that God didn't do that right above your head? You see what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm making the connection?
Yeah, I got that. But right now, what they're doing is they're exciting the argon and the,
Yes, they are.
rest
But
of the
think
gas.
about what happens in our atmosphere. That's what we have in our atmosphere, right? So now think about what goes on up above your head and think about how that kind of this thing. Just wait. He's gonna trust me. It's gonna get better. I know it's time consuming, but try to get through it.
Yeah.
We might have to skip through too because there's some good stuff. When we get to where they show the alignment of the metallic balls, that starts to get really cool. Where they drop a whole bunch of these little magnetic balls inside of that chamber and they start stacking up, and it shows you the actual field that he's talking about and shows you that the field isn't what you think it is. It's pretty awesome, dude. This video is so real. It's really is. It'll just make the back of your head tingle for hours. Trust me.
there's a couple of videos I've watched like this already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right on.
And helium.
See how it shows it when it was empty, and it shows it.
The spacing and orientation of the magnetic field emitters
Hold on.
were varied in many ways as well.
Say that again. Like
That's what I was just saying. Basically, the experiment is really simple. If you look, like it shows you pictures of it in the room with it when the lights aren't on and nothing's going to it, and it's just literally two magnets being held up by little wires inside of a vacuum tube. That's it. That's all it is. And then they have these little they have different gases that they're pumping in from different angles in order to get the effect. But just think about, I mean, if you just start to think about, if we can do this, if we can show this, we're creating like a little tiny star, right? That's I know this sounds nuts, but just think about this. Now, when we look out in our telescopes and we look up into the sky and we see these weird shaped things, right? And they show us these pictures from space. They do look like these things. And when you see the connection between the two in a minute, you're going to go, whoa. And you're going to start understanding why I think this is important, I think.
Well, you'd have to actually have a structure to make this work, dude.
Yes, I understand that, but think about it. God's
thinking
a very
about it.
powerful being, right?
Of course.
But I think this is like tingling on the thing, how God did it. I think that's why I like it, because it tells me that it's possible, that God has the technology, right? And that's badass. It's cool to know I'm on the right side. Is anybody hearing what I'm saying right now? Like, seriously, like, just imagine, like, this is how powerful God really is. Like, just a manipulation of a few gases in a vacuum chamber can create like a sun. That's insane. Think about how insane that is. Of course, it takes 70,000 volts, but you know, who am I to judge?
I'm not asking you to judge anything.
No, I know, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hold on. Yeah, I'm just looking through the chat right quick. I'm trying to figure out what sorry something is.
I don't know.
That's funny.
Put paid to it. We are missing a lot of history. Yeah, history.
Yeah, we are. I agree. I think they added to it for some part just to make up for what they couldn't figure out.
The magnetic field emitters were suspended on non-conductive, high-strength microfilament line attached to magnetic supports on the inner surface of the vacuum chamber.
That's why you see those little magnets sticking to the
Then, to hold these supports in place, high-strength magnets were utilized on the outer surface of the vacuum chamber. This arrangement allows for the adjustment of the magnetic field emitters while the experiment is running. The small microfilament support lines also offer minimum disturbance of the plasma flow around the fields and therefore a more realistic experimental result.
Well, just to add one thing, this takes away a lot out of the theory of the Big Bang. I don't think a Big
Of course
Bang
it
can
does.
create
Of
something
course
like
it does. But they're not going to draw that conclusion, though. This video is going to end up being where they start showing you things and planets and all that shit, okay? But I don't want you to listen to that part of it. I just want you to think about this one part of it and think about what it means and how it could literally be showing you how it's showing you God's handiwork, I think. It really is. And the reason why I want you to pay attention to the shape is because when we get down the road, okay, that hamburger type shape with the two cups facing each other and the shit's blasting out the sides, I want you to pay attention to that because he's going to show you later in the video. If you get to go through it yourself, you're going to find he's going to come to a spot where he starts showing you the stuff like what's his name's hamburger in space and all these like photographic things that they've taken, like NASA, whatever, these telescopic things they've got. And they show you that they look just like this. They look just like it. So what is that telling me? It tells me that there's a connection between what you see in the sky, right? And the things, however the dome works, but it's just like this thing. That's what you're inside of. You're in like a vacuum chamber, if you really think about it. Or pressure chamber, only, you know what I'm saying? We live in this kind of environment. We live in this covered place, like realm, right? Think about it. And it has a certain pressure to it, and we're underwater. So think about like how this experiment could be us. You see what I'm saying? You get where I'm going with that? You know, that connection there? It's like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you start seeing stuff in space that looks just like these little, I can't point to it, but right there in the center, see that little eye-like shape thing? And if you think about it, it looks like the eye at the top of the damn pyramid. Think about all this stuff, dude. It's fascinating. And I think that connection is, they're probably trying to steer you to believe that it's some kind of like symbol of whatever, but I'm not trying to take you there. I'm trying to take you to where it took me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I think it's
first
thing to realize that, okay, now what this goes down to is the breath of life. That's what I was going to talk to. That's what I'm going to bring it to. And if you look at when your cells divide, okay, well, I want you to get a video out, look it up. There's videos of it, of cell division. Watch a video of cell division very carefully. It'll show you these magnetic fields, just like what's on this damn video, the exact same ones that rip your cells into two cells perfectly every time and then disappears. And it does this over and over and over and over and over and over and over again all day long in order to make you able to be a person and stand up and have a face and all that. Think about that.
So no evolution. Okay.
No, it's but think about it. That's what God is. God is that energy. He's that shape. That's what God, that you're looking at God right there. You're looking at the power of God. That's what that is. Do you get it?
God gives you
power. That's how he makes the world. That's how he created this place that we're in. And it shows that if we can do this in a jar, why couldn't God do it in the dome that we live in? Do you see what I'm saying? There is a connection here, bro. I know there is.
Okay. Well, let's play a little more, see what we got going on. So where are they going to take us to space again, of course?
Fair.
Yeah.
Think about what I'm saying, though.
I'm thinking about that would have to be constant, especially with the luminaries, wouldn't it?
I also want you to look at symbolism because when you look at those pictures that we've
A variety of bowl-shaped magnetic field emitters were utilized in these experiments in order to reveal how changing the geometry of the field emitters affects the matter around them.
Think about it.
As you can clearly see here, a change of magnetic field emitter geometry also results in a change in the shape of the plasma formation within the vacuum chamber. By adjusting the exposure settings on the camera, an X-shaped pattern is revealed between the magnetic field emitters that is amazingly similar to the shape of the Red Square Nebula.
Exactly.
You can even see the bowl shape of the magnetic fields in the Red Square Nebula.
It's fucking weird. That shit. It's the same fucking your cells apart and divides your cells. So if it's not God, then what the fuck is it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that isn't the power of God, then what the fuck is it, bro?
I'm going to add it into this if you think that, like, look at that thing, right? Okay. If that's an actual an actual photograph of what's above us, the dome,
Yes.
and that would actually you need that to form you. You follow?
Yes.
Okay.
Great. It's a signal. It's a frequency that comes from above, and it comes down through the dome, and it makes us all possible. Yes, exactly. It's like a live stream feed. You understand? It flows
Yeah.
down over the top of the dome, and it makes things possible. It makes your cells divide. It does all that. It controls all the magnetic fields all over the world at the same fucking time. That's what God is. That's why you
Well,
can't understand him.
or-
His hand.
He's the guy. He's the guy in charge of it. Let's put it that way.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I know. I love the sound effect.
Nice. Chirp, 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 chirp.
Notice how increasing the spacing between the magnetic field emitters transforms the shape of the nucleus until finally a disk of plasma forms around the
Now
nucleus.
think about the stars. Now,
Also notice the rapid spin of the plasma around the magnetic field emitters, even though the field emitters are stationary.
you see
Now,
how it kind of looks like an entity.
Yeah.
You can start to see what I'm talking about.
Well, it's obviously a source.
Something's showing you something. Somebody's showing you something that's going to make your mind explode. Just watch it.
Well, I've heard this
Look at the shapes above. Now, I want you to look at the shape above.
poetry.
That's just the reflection off the glass.
Okay.
Okay. But look at that.
Yeah.
It's wicked, bro. Like, that's wicked, bro. Think about that. You can see the energy being focused in there. It's like, it's fascinating. It really is.
I heard it said this way: the universe is not obligated to make sense to them or to you.
Not
Let's put it that
necessarily,
way.
but this shows how beautiful and how complicated it really is. But it also shows how God is in control of all of it. And it has nothing to do with anything that we think, you know what I mean? Like, this is just showing you what we figured out. Now imagine, he's the great magician or whatever, he's the great master mathematician or whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
Logical.
Oh, Chilster's in.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, Mr. Deluxe.
Yeah. I don't know if Marcy's bored yet, but I haven't seen her say anything. I think maybe she
Well,
fell asleep.
I hope she's enjoying it. It's
I hope
late,
it-
or it's early in the morning where she is.
Yeah, I know. It's in the morning too here. It will be
Oh,
soon.
yes, yeah.
We've been on
I'm
what?
gonna have to cut the stream at about probably 1:30. I want to stop.
That's fine with me. I'm tired.
Yeah, I do have to watch
I
the
actually
babies tomorrow.
come in until my wife woke me up, and I was like, okay, I feel better now.
I got youngins I got to watch in the morning. So
I understand.
Yeah.
But go on. Let's get past this part because I wanted to get to the part where he starts to show you the pictures of the other things in space and how they match up with this. And then we can kind of skip. If you wanted to, we could just skip up further because there's some other spots that are really, really interesting. That
you want to skip up further from here? You want to just play a little more and then skip, or what?
play a little bit more. Play a little because I think it's gonna. If anybody's not getting what I'm tossing out there, then they're gonna get it here in a second because I think he gets to a point where he shows some other stuff in space, some other photographs, and you're gonna start to see that this isn't just. I'm not joking around here. We're not joking around here. This is serious stuff, and it's patented too. So I mean, it's obviously not a joke. It's not some kind of fucking with your head thing.
Yeah, my slow head just caught up with myself. Yeah, I know what she's talking about. Something tingling. Never mind.
Yeah, I got that one. I don't know why you didn't.
I wasn't really thinking about it. I thought she was on another topic, but she's still back with Jim when he first said that. Never mind. Is there something tingling, Ryan?
Yeah,
No.
there needs to be.
All right. Nice.
Whatever.
Here you can clearly see how even a single magnetic field emitter controls the shape of the plasma around it.
Yeah, see, just one.
Notice how it confines the plasma to the lower part of the vacuum chamber.
It's like a
But
little.
you got.
Now you're telling
There
me.
it is.
Look how he's literally
In
taking.
preparing for this
want you to
research,
think
I
about
pondered what other geometries of
about
both
God.
magnetic.
Think about
Say it
God
again.
on the outside of that dome above our heads, and he's got these little fucking magnets, and he's fucking manipulating shit. Do you get where I'm going with this? Do you see where my brain goes with that? Do
It
you
was
see?
keeping us safe.
Think about it. Yes, God's up there, and he's manipulating all the stuff, and he's making sure things are right. Like, remember how it says in the Bible that you cannot destroy the earth? God won't let you. Man doesn't have the power to do that. God has full control. And you know how it talks about your cup runneth over? You know how they used to use that symbol in the Bible all over the place, and now they've probably written it out of there. But remember when they used to make those comments about? I remember hearing that a million times.
Well, I was watching that video, and they were walking through like the Jupiter and Saturn's motions are retrograde. I'm thinking that basically they're charging up. They're gaining their momentum
you're
again.
starting to understand what I'm saying. And I think that if we look at this on a 3-dimensional scale now, and you think about Mikey, think about what Mikey's seeing with the stars, and think about this field that they've created in this bowl, and think about where the stars are. They're in the fucking field above your head. Do you get it? Are you starting to understand where I'm going with this, though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Right. Just want to make sure everybody's clear, and I'm not just some insane person trying to lead you down a road that you're not going to get, and I have to splash the water in your face. So, all right, good.
Well, Chilster's right there with you, dude. He's tingling.
All right, good. Glad to hear that. If that's what that meant, I'm glad to hear it. Go on.
Yep.
Don't listen to me bullshit.
Field emitters would be beneficial for this research.
Whoa, we're in a galaxy.
I carefully studied the structures
No,
in
I'm
space
just
for guidance in the design of a new bowl-shaped field emitter.
It's Earth. It's a ball-shaped field emitter. Whoa, we're gonna crash, y'all! Right in the Great Lakes. No, we're in Chicago.
Now watch.
In the suburb.
From the structures in space to the structures of matter revealed in the collisions at the Large Hadron Collider at CERN, all sources of data were considered. I carefully studied the amazing research underway at the Large Hadron Collider, and I found a wealth of evidence for this new theory.
I know what it is, dude. Really.
How do you know what I'm talking about, brother?
They're trying to make a star.
This evidence will be discussed at length in Primer Fields Part 4.
They're trying to bridge.
In reviewing a video from CERN, I noticed something quite bizarre, and it wasn't in the data from the collisions. It was in the shape of CERN's most well-recognized building.
See that? Now, what do you see
the
there,
Globe
brother?
of Science and Innovation in Geneva, Switzerland. Not only was it a bowl shape, but the design of the building also had a hole in the top of the dome, exactly as my theory would call for.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying. So I made a magnetic scale model of the CERN dome, placed a set of them in my vacuum chamber, and fired it up.
This is where
Not only did these CERN bowls form a spherical shape at the center of the reaction, but they also formed a disk of plasma around the nucleus.
Get it, though. Did you just hear what he said?
Yeah.
He said he got the fucking idea from the fucking shape of that stupid thing in the middle of the fucking CERN.
Bingo. After running the experiments for a few days with the CERN bowls, they were removed from the vacuum chamber and photographed, revealing the patterns you see here. These amazing patterns will also be discussed further in Part 4 of this series of videos.
Here we go, robot. So you see what plasma looks like? Plasma
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Waiting for it.
Wait for it. Watch. Wait. About that picture. Stare at it.
Oh yeah, I'm staring at it. Got it.
Okay.
Then once it was realized that the key pattern required for this theory was found in the dome at CERN, it was also discovered that CERN was not the only place with the required pattern.
We're going to go to every dome in the world.
No. Wait.
The pattern has been there for centuries at the Pantheon in Rome, which has been referred to as the Vault of the Heavens.
See it?
Yeah, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking for stars, and then we're replicating what they look like. Yeah.
Why is it shaped like that?
Then the required shape was also found at St. Peter's Basilica.
We got to go. Please go.
See? Now wait. But the fucking icing on the cake is coming. Watch.
There's icing on this cake?
Oh, there's fucking icing, baby.
Then one of my favorites was found at St. Paul's Cathedral in Medina, Malta.
See that shit?
Notice the angels
in
the hole at the top of the dome.
The burns on it.
Compare that to the glowing ring that is found inside the bowl-shaped magnetic field emitters in the vacuum chamber.
That's fucked up, isn't it?
Why are these angels on fire exactly where they should be? Much more on this dome and the others later in this series of videos.
Boom!
You can find this in the Vedics too. Basically the same design all the way to Morocco to
You see the
We're
shape?
going to Washington now.
You see the shape of where that's centered on. You see the shape of it. Think
So
about
it
it.
seems that people often want a sign from God that we are not alone.
It's a giant magnetic
Sometimes God
field
does
built
give
in
us a
fucking
sign
town
if we
called
just pay
Washington,
attention.
D.C.
Sometimes he
chocolate
even puts that
starfish.
sign up over the capital of the
You
United
see it
States of
again?
America.
Yeah.
Wake the fuck up.
I see L7s
Then we will take a look at Newgrange in Ireland.
everywhere.
This structure predates Stonehenge by over 200 years,
Yeah,
and yet
Stonehenge
it too
is a-
contains
is a-
unbelievable
That
details
looks like a
related to
bird
this
laid
new
down
theory
with
of the
wings
structure of all
forward,
matter.
doesn't it? Think about the
Yeah.
shape
More
of
on
Phoenix.
Newgrange
All
later in
these-
this
all
video
these
series.
metaphors that they're showing us on television, all these dumb bird, all this dumb owl stuff, it's all magnetic fields, bro. That's what they're trying to
We
show.
have the assortment emitters
That's
that were
what they're
utilized in my research
You know
and
what
in
I'm
this
saying?
video series.
Yeah.
This is the secret.
These
It's gonna-
emitters all have the same basic properties, but they do vary in size, geometry, and magnetic
Ooh.
field strength.
I know.
you see
The
how they're all
design
burnt?
and construction of these field emitters
Yes.
are covered by patents that have been filed in both the United States of America and internationally. No rights to the use of the technology covered by these patents is granted or implied, as clearly stated in the statement at the beginning of this video.
Gets locked in.
Yeah. I'm going to go tell you. I'm going to tell you who's got most of the patents on these ferrule ring magnets, and it's the Wheeler family. They've been in this business for a long time.
Well,
That's all.
this guy, I forget his name now. It escapes me, but it's at the beginning. But these are all his patents here. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen others like this. So it's not the only one, but you know, this to me just blew me out of the water. And when I saw this and I started putting it together in my head, I was like, dude, how come nobody else has watched this? Like, and someone turned me on to this video, so it wasn't like I just discovered it by myself. Someone turned me on to it, and then they were like, dude, check this out, bro. Like, watch all of it. Just check it out. It's gonna change how you feel about light and about magnets. And it did. And that's the reason why I guess it's why I defend certain things always, because I know there's something to all this. And I don't think that it's just like, I think, this is what I think Austin's been barking at. He's been trying to figure this out too, because I'm pretty sure that he's seen this video. I'm not sure if he put the two together, but I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if the reason why some of us go off on these little tangents is because we see stuff like this and it makes us wonder, right? And we're trying to we want to know what the truth is. And I don't think we're ever going to figure it out until we start realizing that they're showing it to us right out in the open. We just have to pay attention and watch it and take in what we know is true and throw the rest out, because the whole planetary solar system crap is obviously not true. But if magnetic fields are what controls our world, then that's more important to me. And me understanding that, and the shape of my head, as well as the shape of the dome I live under, and the shape of these things, tells me that means that my head is the same as one of these, which means that my consciousness might just be just like this, and it might be more to it. Like, it might be spiritual. It creates a spiritual portal of some kind and you know what I'm saying? Like, there might be, I don't know what it means, really, honestly, but something's tingling back. You know what? Are you guys feeling it? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one, but there's something here, and I don't know what it is exactly, but it's just fascinating to me that our cells divide in this way. This is what I mean. It's like, it's just, it's messing my head up. I know.
Chilster just stuck a video in the back. What did he stick in there?
I don't know. Grab it and look at it.
Okay, I'll take a look at it.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to put it up, but you can look at it, right? I'm not saying he would put anything bad up there, but just in case. For our protection.
It's a video on vortex science, alchemy.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was in the 1920s that they said they could do that. Chelsea.
Yeah. That I've seen a lot of people play with it, and it works off the not the analemma, but it works off the moon cycle better. What do they call the moon cycle?
But I want to
the ephemeris. Yeah, the ephemeris cycle actually has a lot to do with it.
I want you guys to think about this too. Is if NASA is really flying up there, and they do have something attached to the dome, this is what I want you to think about, because it is a possibility, right? that they've got some kind of way to attach themselves or attach some kind of camera or whatever. And that's how they get all the beautiful fake photos, right? And they just bend them and turn them with lenses to make them look like whatever they want. But obviously they're getting this footage from somewhere up there, right? So how are they doing that? This is starting to make me wonder and worry about like these tether experiments that I was showing you. Remember I showed you STS-48 and I showed you another STS mission where they were putting space tethers? Okay, well, I think that this is trying to show us that they're manipulating us. It's showing us, they're like showing us without showing us. They're showing us they have this technology and they're trying to make it work above our heads. That's what I think this is really pointing to. And I know that only just came to me now, but it seems like
I don't see it staying up there as long as you think.
But if you could attach cables to the dome and suspend a magnetic field above our heads, you could create fake whatevers, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be you playing God.
That's where I'm going with this. So maybe I'm right. Maybe the sky is a big fucking television screen, bro. We don't know, but we're not going to know unless we look for it and find the answer to how that's possible. And I think this might be leading. Oh, hi, Barbara. Great to have you here. I hope you get a chance to catch up what we're talking about. I know it's going to be difficult for you to get it just coming in the middle, but how are you, dear? Come in and talk to us if you like.
You got an open invitation from the monster.
Well, I mean, anybody in the chat's welcome to come in and talk as long as they're cool and they don't say any, do anything silly that'll get us in trouble. I don't care.
I don't think we're getting in trouble. I think
you know what I mean. No, you know what I mean. I don't want nobody porn bombing us or anything or whatever the hell you call that. Like I don't want somebody putting on a big nasty.
Like I've never seen a naked ass before. Come on.
No, I won't be offended, but I don't want my
audience. Yeah, I know. I'm
sure there's a lot of people that might be sitting there with their kids, and I know I do sometimes sit here and watch it with my friends standing around, and I wouldn't want my friends seeing a big old nasty whatever. Like I get it. If you want to send me dirty pictures, send it to my email. I don't have a problem with that. Just let's keep it secret. I'm kidding.
Keep it under wraps.
My email if you really want to see pictures. But.
All right. Well, let's play some more of this thing. Ready?
Notice how these ordinary non-magnetized steel balls are held in place at the center or nucleus of these field emitters.
So how do you think that it would be hard for NASA?
Then we will take a look at the data from the sun.
Dome, and they were suspending some kind of whatever field generator in the sky. How do you think they couldn't fake the sun? You think they couldn't fake the moon? You think they couldn't fake stars? See what I'm saying? Do you get where I'm going with it? I mean, I think the whole idea, the whole thing, like what hit me, kind of like expands into this big spider web that goes into all things. And I think that it might be like the connection between all of them. I know it sounds nuts, but.
Well, yeah, I think it kind of does to some people, but I think it would pale in comparison to the real thing. And that's not what the sun looks like. I can tell you that.
No, it's not, obviously. It's not. But just remember, it does show itself to be some kind of a sphere with a black center. So we got to figure that out. But they do show some other stuff in here where, like I said, when they should start showing the stuff where they're aligning the steel, like when they're aligning magnet, balls inside the field and they all line up and they've got this big table full of them and they're all like stacking on top of each other. That's pretty interesting because then you realize you're like, well, that's what my cells do. And that's exactly what it does. That's why I'm telling you, this is the key to it because it's exactly how we split up and are created at the cellular level. So if you don't see the connection, I mean, I don't know how else to drag you through that. You know what I mean? Like how to pull you through that window. But wait, that was a good one. Window. Anyway, you get
write your stuff down, dude. Write it down.
I know. Well, no, I don't. This is the problem. Is I don't. And when I do write it down and I read it back to myself, I go, "What the fuck was I? What?" Sometimes I go, "What the hell?"
Put it in context is what you're trying to say. Well, that's why you make a list in context.
Well, that's why I said I like
stars, windows,
because there's so much here. And as I watched it, I was just blown away. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. And I was like snapshotting pictures of it. I've got pictures of this video all through my phone, bro. Like over the last 4 or 5 years that I've been checking it out. I've got all these little snapshots of it because this is going to show you, it's going to show you the microwave. All the stuff that I've been showing you is straight out of this video, basically, except where I've added to it by collecting my own pictures of windows, like supposedly stained glass windows, even though I don't think they ever had stained glass in them. I think they put that in there because the airflow was needed then, but now it's not, obviously. They don't use them for frequency. Did I say bending? Well.
Yeah, I'm just going through this video that he gave me right quick. And
What is it
Yeah,
about?
I've seen it. I've seen this experiment before.
Oh, he said it's better. Oh, it's another experiment like this.
It's a thunderstorm live generated demo.
Oh yeah, dude, put it up there. I want to see it. Definitely. Let's go there. Because I think this is going to make it might help you understand where I'm going with this and where I'm going with this electrical universe stuff and why I get positive and negative. There's a positive above you and there's a negative, just like the top of your head has a top. And when you stand up, you're polar. That negative and positive thing is what aligns the waters inside of your head, so you know how to stand up straight. You get that? Like that's how you know what plumb is you stand up and your body, your mind, your head tells you that, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying. And if your head is shaped like a magnetic field, the top or half of it, are you starting to get where I'm going with this? How do you know that the kid, and
how you know up from down? Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's all above your head. So your head is absorbing all that. Whatever it is that's up there, any frequency is coming down and it's hitting your head at all angles. Think about that. There has to be something there. And when you start to look at I took this further. I looked into how the skull is shaped and how the inside of your body, how the inside of your face is literally shaped at a certain, so that when you talk, your voice puts off that vibration and your voice appears. It becomes what it is through your body. It's this fascinating, like spiritual thing. And it's weird that we don't really acknowledge that there's spiritual thing to it, right?
Okay.
You see what start your dome? Yeah. Yes, exactly, Chillster. Exactly. Your head,
your own personal dome.
Sky. Think about it. And if that's true, and your brain is what controls you, then what you're in is controlled by what's above your head. Do you get it?
You blue-eyed devil. Listen to me for a second. Let's play this a little bit for you. I want to get to sleep tonight. Let's start the experiment. Let's see where they started at. You ready?
All right, let's do it. Okay. You get where I'm going. Now, I'm just making sure everybody understands where I'm going, because I'm not trying to take you off on some demonic fucking worship shit. That ain't what I'm into. I'm talking about just understanding the key understanding of this and how it could affect and be important down the road. That's all I'm trying to show. Okay?
All right.
Good. So we understand.
Thunderstorm generator demo live. Take one.
Because it's part of it, trust me. I guarantee you.
All right, so we're going to be showing all of that over the coming weeks. Please keep in mind that you can already catch Malcolm Bendel's presentation, as well as my own, Bob Greenier's, Randall Carlson's, Johanna James, and every other speaker on the main stages, as well as Malcolm Bendel's Monday classroom on the Cosmic Summit video.
What were you saying?
At the top left corner of the screen, do you see where it says Alchemical Science? Do you see the symbol behind it? Shows you the field, and it shows you what shape is it. Looks just like that shape I've been showing you, Mike. You see what I'm saying? I think you've drawn the connection now. Yes, sir. Good job. Go ahead, play.
Did you send me a text?
Did I?
Hold on. Let me check. I don't know. Somebody did. Oh, no, never mind. It's somebody else. It was my boss.
I have earlier, but I don't. Please.
On-demand service on their
website.
This is all
funded by NASA.
So the link is in the description to purchase those tickets. It's very reasonable for the amount of content you're getting, and you can watch it forever. I did hear a few people were having issues connecting just after the event. I hope that's resolved now. I was able to get on fine last night. I think maybe the server was just a bit overwhelmed, but at any rate, I'm sorry I'm unable to help with that. That's something that the Cosmic Summit team will need to deal with. And also, just one last quick thank you. All of you people who came to say hi and introduce yourselves and say the channel's helped.
For a second, I just got one thing to say. Back, I think it was in the mid-'50s, a couple of scientists got together and they started playing around with just charges. Now, you notice they have the Star of David over here?
Yeah, I noticed it.
Right.
That's actually, I was going to show you that pattern. It goes into more detail, too. And it's not alchemical. That's not an alchemical symbol. It's something else. But they always yank it.
I can explain where they got the symbol from.
And I was going to say, I could too. That's what I was getting to. But yeah, we'll go there.
Yeah. So basically, when they put these charges through into different metals, they would get different symbols. They got that one. They got a moon symbol. Basically, any of the symbols you see on flags basically are based on these electrical charges that they were pulling off of this generator they had. The scientists were wondering where these symbols, where they came from in all the cultures, and they determined that it was an electric current that causes these patterns. It came natural. They didn't really manipulate it. Just
You see it on my screen?
hold on, I can't see the screen. Hold on, let me put you up there. Yeah.
You see, now I want you to see the symbolism here.
Uh-huh.
You see the 7?
Yeah.
This is the matrix, okay? This is the magnetic field that is like, this is the representation of what an atom is, basically. That's basically what they're trying to show you here. Even though I don't really understand it all, I just understand that it's a magnetic field, and it has to do with what they believe, it's just like little individual. They believe that individual molecules are like little tiny, like star systems, basically. That's their theory, of course. It's just a theory, but it's a way of understanding it, right?
Yeah. You reading that?
Yeah. The oil and gas leases. I was bored to tears, though. I feel bad for you.
Yeah, poor Barbara. We'll try not to bore you tonight, but so far it's digging through this stuff. It's fun for some people, but other people's not so much. This isn't the most exciting show I've had. But
okay, when you start to look at the things in the sky, people, okay, you see, are you starting to understand where I'm coming from, though? Like when you see that sundog in the sky, two tiers on each side, and you see that perfect circle, you see the eye looking down at you. That's what they got on the left of him. Do you see that little circle there? That's basically a top-down view of the dome. It's the magnetic field of the dome itself, but it has nothing to do with the map. The thing on the top right is just basically that right there. It's the same shit. They just draw their little designs and circles on it, and they call it Kundalini and all this other horse shit. It's really just the same thing. It's what you see in the sky when you look up there. It's just what it is. It's not evil. It's not good. Well, I mean, you can say it's good or evil, I guess, but it's not some mystery thing. Star David is talking about the magnetic fields above your head that bounce back and forth between the dome and your head and the ground. And you're in between that, and your head is shaped like a dome. So think about how that affects you. So
okay.
if everything as a whole starts to get bad, do you see how it could affect your head? Are you starting to see what I mean? Spiritually.
I'm going to hit play, and I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to step off for a second. We're in that thunderstorm. There we are.
To you in some way, or just to hang out. Like, seriously, thank you. I was really touched by just how many of you came out to meet us. I had some of the best conversations I've ever had, and I met some of the best people I'll probably ever meet. So I salute you all. Highlight of the trip. And also thanks for the gifts that some people gave me as well. I'm going to give you guys a shout out in future videos, so wait out for that. The craziest part of all, though, is that about 10 of you approached me that have already built your own thunderstorm generators using my DIY build guide. One guy had even built 6 of them. He just got his welder to whip them up. So I know some of you have already got them working just fine. So please, everyone, send over your footage. I can keep you anonymous if you prefer, but it's even better if you want to run through personally on the video and explain your build on camera. Send it into my email. I'll open source whatever you send in, or I'll give a shout out to your channel if you prefer. Just upload the footage, let me know where it is, and let's send people there. So cool. Thanks, guys. I didn't really know how many people were building it. I knew a few people were saying they were, but okay, you guys, you went and built it. That's made my weekend. On to the main focus of this video now, though, the live trials of the Thunderstorm generator. So I'm not going to give too much commentary on this. We are lucky to have practically full unabridged recordings of everything that went down, thanks to Emma and Roger primarily, so it can mostly speak for itself. But let me just explain briefly what happened so you don't need to get lost in the footage trying to work it out. First I'll play...
We gotta explain it to you because it's so dumb we can't explain it.
And we'll get to the Monday trial footage afterwards, and the Monday trial footage afterwards, and I'll tell you again there. So onto the Sunday, there was a control engine. This is just an unaltered standard petrol generator. And then there was another engine which was retrofitted.
I'm back. So far, what do we got?
Nothing. We haven't really gotten except me making fun of it because it doesn't seem like it's legit. But I don't know. We're gonna watch it anyway.
Okay.
I guess. I mean, I get it. I know you can create a thunderstorm in the right things. But I'm saying, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to prove anything with it, but I want to see it, of course, because if I can really do this, and maybe I can look, maybe it'll make sense to me when I see it with my own eyes. I don't know. But I doubt highly that what they're going to sell you is actually going to make what they say it's going to make. I have a hard time believing that unless you pay them a bunch of money. That's just my thing. And if they want money, then okay, I'm not listening anymore. I'm sorry. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if you're not willing to share it with me and let me build my own on my own, then what the hell are you doing here? Like,
well, Chilster's saying he's got plans on this channel and free electric. So
if you're trying to sell anything, I don't care whether it's selling your buddy's stuff or somebody else's stuff. If that's what your target is to sell me something to show me, then why not just give me plans?
I think he's trying to get you to go over to his website. That's what I'm looking at now.
Well, of course. I mean, give it. Go ahead.
You hook into the group.
Let's see what they made. I don't want to sit here and pick it apart before we even see what they got.
Okay.
All right. Good idea.
With the Thunderstorm generator. And they're both the same make and model of engine, and neither engine had ever been run before this. They were virgin engines that did not contain oil or petrol up until the point of the trial. So the engines had been set up as per all the manufacturer's official specifications, as the same units will be undergoing government and manufacturer certified testing next week, which Malcolm talks a little bit about in the video, so I won't go into it more. The control generator was run first, as you will see, and it smelled like a generator does. It stunk up the whole place. The generator with the Thunderstorm generator was run next, and again, as you'll see on the gas analyzer results in the footage, the carbon emissions were significantly reduced while oxygen was increased, as is expected, as per usual. However, there was a catch. The bubbler, the second unit of the complete setup, where the plasmoids are generated, just didn't end up working at all, which means the UV ionization chamber was also not doing anything at all either, of course. So the results we saw were produced just by the Vajra part, just by the Thunderstorm generator, the two connected stainless steel spheres, which house the opposing vortexes of the Thunderstorm. And again, that's
I can't zoom in on it.
That it's still produced.
You can't.
No, I don't have. I can.
Can you snapshot it so you can do it offline?
Taking
Doesn't that look kind of like what we just saw in that other video?
I don't know.
It looks like a steel ball. It looks like a fucking, it looks like two spheres with a pole between them, a little drawing. Yeah, that's exactly. So what do you think? You seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I'm seeing where you're going, but I've actually seen this in schematics before. And
right, but I'm saying, but now you're starting to see why I think this is important.
Yeah. They're not using it to its full potential. Thunderstorms is just basic.
But I'm saying if everything is based off of these two magnetic spheres with the pole between them, it's starting to tell me there's something there that they're not sharing with us that we could catch on to. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I go.
Opens up. It's peeling my mind back. If you could see what was going on, like spiritually, my head would be popped open and there'd be shit flying out of it right now.
I hope not.
Yeah, it would be like.
Yeah, but I know exactly what they're doing with this damn thing, dude. I understand the physics behind it. They're charging both spheres on the side, positive and negative, and they're pumping basically gases and
yeah. They're manipulating the fucking dome in order to control the weather and all. Yes, exactly. Like I said, this fits together with everything that you guys see on my channel, my personal channel, with all the videos of the sky and all this stuff. And I've been trying to show everybody. It's like, it's not a joke. There is no joke here. I'm not playing around. This is what they're doing. It's not a matter of if you want to believe it. It's a matter of how do you prove it's not true? I've got so much evidence. I don't see how you could ever do that. It's just not possible. I mean, I've got videos of them dropping this stuff out of a plane that builds a wall of looks like ice. It looks like ice and shit out of an airplane, and it literally goes right to the ground, right to the top. It freezes in space. It like forms this thing. It looks like a giant ice wall going all the way across. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you're kidding me. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if I wanted to hide something that was down there at the other end of where I didn't want you to go, how would I do that? And once I see you, I just put a little wall of smoke around your ass and you're trapped in your own little world for a while. I don't have to worry about you finding your way out. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're not really trapped though.
It's not about escaping. You can't escape your own head. The point is that we all have to die, just like it says in the Bible. Okay, I'm not going anywhere away from what that my heart is, and that's the Bible. So if you see anything that I'm talking about in here that doesn't match up, then let me know. Like, mention it to me. That's why I'm throwing it out there to you guys, so you can think like me, or you can try and figure me out, or maybe tell me I'm wrong or something. You know, I'm trying to figure this out. I know it means something, but I know that I need your guys' help, because I know everybody knows a little bit of different stuff. You worked in different fields. You have, you know, like Roger, you built this motor with electric. So obviously you know where I'm going with this. You understand me, but I'm saying I'm not sure everybody else has that grip on reality like we do when it comes to mechanical and electrical things. But I'm not a scientist, so I'm just a shade tree. That's why my nickname's Favorite.
Yeah.
So
okay. So what I'm looking at here, what are they using for a dynamo for this thing? Is the engine to cause a strong enough charge so it emit electricity?
Yeah, they need an electrical generator to make it. Right?
Yeah. Okay, and we're off to the races. Here we go.
One of those other generators to generate the static too, because in order for you
I see what you're saying.
You're going to need static electricity power in order to cause it.
Dude, I could build this thing within a week. I really could.
It's basically a Tesla coil, only it's just kind of like inverted differently, so you can use it and force it into a place and cause the field. You get what I'm saying?
When they're trying to add actual elements to it besides electricity. That's why they're trying to make a thunderstorm generator. Yeah. Let's go. I want to get done in a half hour. Ready? Go.
We already done it.
Malcolm's always been aware that the Vajra can be pre-charged or conditioned with plasmoids, as it was here, at which point the device will continue to work temporarily, even with the bubbler detached. So the Vajra can hold its charge for years even. Plasmoids find a home in the cubic structure of the iron, and they're quite happy to stay there until they're needed to bring the system back to homeostasis again at another point.
I see what you're saying,
turn it on.
Yeah, you started.
So we've spoken about this in several videos in the past, not new information. It's also been covered over on the Martin Fleischmann Memorial Project channel several times too, I think, with Malcolm on the channel as well. So anyway, the bubbler, it didn't work, but the trial was a success anyway. So it showed that not only does the thunderstorm generator do what Malcolm Bendel says it does, but it can do it even when it's broken. So the next question is, of course, why was it broken?
They weren't going to show us what they were going to do.
But it's simple. The machine was sabotaged
I was waiting for him to say, wait.
Very likely the night before in the unlocked room it was stored in. And I've decided I'm not going to lead in with that, though. The trial went fine anyway, so I don't want to get too bitter about sabotage when it doesn't really matter.
Let's get to the trial,
so
guys.
Let's play the 30-second trial, and then I'll talk about the sabotage, why the engine was...
The sabotage.
Well, maybe.
Right. Let's see the trial. This is a test live run intro. I don't want to do the intro. I want to get to the actual experiment. I don't need an explanation.
What I'm wondering is, he creating this inside of some kind of a tank or
of calibration in London?
I'm not sure. Do you see a tank anywhere?
No, that's why I'm asking. Are they in some kind of a room that forms the tank or whatever? Is that what I'm assuming that he's going to cause shit to happen right there in the room with everybody, and they're going to freak out, right?
Yeah, I think that's probably what he's going to try to do.
All right. Gotcha.
I'm looking. I think
that's the coil on the other side of one of them walls, right?
Maybe. I don't see any rain coming down so far. I'm just scanning through it. There's a spot where it looks like it is.
There's a field generator off camera.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's try it.
That is, they bring their calibration gases. This is how sensitive it is, and they calibrate it, and then they don't move it. It takes 1 day to calibrate it. So it's serious science, right? So, and as far as the integrity of it goes, it's the most you can do. The next day, they will run the test, and they will put their analysis equipment. Plus, we have a
start to back it up.
Yep, get away.
You notice that when he reached over there and put his hand on that thing, that one guy, this two guys like move real quick.
So we just have a little bit of testimony here, because this is a very, very significant development just before we came here. George has been doing the annealing, but this is really critically important. These are the
What happened?
analysis points.
Where'd it go?
From the manufacturers. Not an opinion, a layman's opinion, expert opinion, right, from qualified mechanics, right? So, and from people that have had literally their companies hundreds of years of experience in building analytical equipment.
Now, hold on. He just said 100. Hold on. I just skipped through it. I didn't mean to do that. I had to go back.
I'm not trying to like talk through it,
Welcome
but
to Our Chemical Science.
Yeah,
I'm
hold
Jordan,
on.
an open source researcher and a student of the Australian.
Let me go back.
10 steps back. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's saying hundreds and hundreds of years of mechanics with tons and tons of experience.
even though it's just this little generator that's got fucking zip ties on it. Yeah, I know. I get it.
Yeah.
Go on. Blah 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 blah. He's selling me some shit, and once blah blah blah. Now go on. Show me the toy.
Yeah, let's see it play.
I want to see it. Show it to me.
Do it, man.
Get the fire extinguishers.
Easy. Show me
Get out the fire extinguishers.
light
Light
this
the
light
blow.
right there next to me, and I'll be
Right there. Boom. God's trying to tell you, quit.
Get the lights off.
Okay.
Charge feature out just in case something lights on fire.
He's going to add the spring water next.
I love it. Look at all the
Come on, do it, dude. I hope this wasn't government funded, dude, to be honest.
Let's get past it. It's even telling you that it's past it. Watching the nightmare.
Let's go where he adds the gas to the engine. See if that's a good start. Here we go.
Yeah, we finally got gas. How far into the DR? How far into the DR?
What heck comes out the end of that tube?
So I'm assuming that this is kind of like a
God almighty. Alright, let's go here.
There you go, baseline.
Focus, focus, focus. Here
Focus.
is the zeroed out gas that I'd like everyone to take witness to. This is atmospheric levels that of oxygen
What?
with some, of course, fuel vapor, which I don't know where it's come from. So 16 parts per million, Your Honour. 33
No,
now,
he's
so the
off
wind
route.
must have changed. I've been over here a bit. So basically, we have 0.0%
Buzzing in the background.
That's him.
CO2,
I'm just waiting for somebody to light up.
0.01%
That's his meter, I think. When he gets close to his mic, watch.
There you go.
You'll see him saying.
So basically, there's some things blowing around here from the
room's got to be like
cars. Yeah. So
massive.
anyway, so yeah. So this is the.
Yeah.
Everyone can witness to the veracity of the results because this has zeroed itself, and it has a computer program, which means you cannot defraud it. If it's not within its parameters that it recognises, it will not turn on. Right, so
Right, so
you can't. This is an anti-fraud machine for racing industry. So you can't fabricate the results, and so it will turn off every 10 minutes.
Now hold on. What'd you say? I
It'll
almost
turn
got
off
it.
every 10 minutes. He's just like yada 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 yada. Get on with it, Jesus, my God.
Yeah, he's
Lord,
telling you he's
man,
got a.
put down the
He's
fucking
got a.
answer. I don't have fucking 45 minutes.
He's got a Formula One racing meter to test
It's a
ethanol
fucking
with.
car analyzer, but okay, let's
Yeah.
move on. He's made it into something that it's not, obviously.
Yeah, it's a professional one for like
I'm thinking this is charlatan shit, but I'm willing to get to it. Let's get on with it.
Okay.
Start and
Let's go a little bit further. Okay. Start of the
I don't know
control.
why you need a control
All right.
generator. I don't understand that at all, but
Okay. We're getting ready to find out.
Poisoned itself.
Now he's going to do the same thing with that one.
he's gonna drag
You
this
get it?
on. Hold on, skip that.
That's fantastic because
He's got an arc welder attached
here
to it.
in North
Something's gonna
Carolina,
happen.
as
Does
a
he?
baseline, and George Howard has his secret bunker.
He's got a Lincoln arc welder hooked up to his.
Well, if
When he
you want
takes
to
his
create,
secret
you want to create
bunker,
what you
not
have
that
inside the building,
But
you need
doesn't he just-
electricity, and you need that. So you're gonna have to do that. You're gonna need an arc welder because you need an arc to go from one side to the other.
Electricity
Build up
charge
a charge.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. So
It's
I'm
the part where they turn the
putting
lights
together
off
this
and
make.
lighting down. That's what I want to see. I don't give a shit about all this other bullshit.
Okay, we're starting to control the
convince me it's
generator.
real later after you show me what it does, right?
Okay,
I'll
I'm
go
going
back
down to the end of it.
when I'm done. Get to
Yeah.
the. Let's see.
Yeah, you still going?
I told you it's probably fucking 3 hours of fucking horse shit and 2 seconds of fucking jizzing on the screen, and then it's over, right?
Demo conservation? No,
Conversation. No, where's the demo though? Where did they skip it? Where's the demo?
I'm going to it, man. I'm going. I don't see it there.
Go back a
Okay,
little.
I guess
bit.
it's down here. There's a sabotage.
Yeah.
Hold on.
All right, come on.
Okay.
Okay, now
The results.
Okay, now what results? What the fuck are they talking about? I don't see nothing.
Here's the further engine demo. What the hell?
Finally, we're gonna get into the fucking real thing. Keep going. Okay. It's gonna be at the very end. You might as well just go all the way to the right and start.
I got you. Go always from the right and go back. Okay.
I'm not gonna show you shit.
They're showing me.
Wait. I just saw a little splat of something.
Where?
Just, I don't know. A flash of something. Maybe it was my imagination.
Let's go from here. Let's see.
Yeah, go.
All right.
See what we get. So what exactly are they showing us is what I'm trying to figure out. What are they trying to tell us is happening here?
He's got an amp meter in his hand over there.
Yeah, I don't care about all that. Anybody can. I mean, you can create charges with all kinds of fucking shaped copper bars. Big fucking deal. Show me something.
I'm going to hit play. Ready?
How's the weather? I don't. Yeah, play, please.
Yeah.
We're getting in it.
We got beaten by our fail-safe system. But what I want you to notice is that there must be a charging on the engine because the carbon monoxide's going down. We've found that on every engine that we've run for any period of time that happens. That you get the carbon monoxide down, but you can see.
It doesn't explain shit about how the fuck he's talking.
Just common sense.
Well, they're getting a charge out of this.
So
what? You get a charge out of any generator.
And we're totally mad.
How is that?
What you can tell by the fact that
Well, it's sabotage, so you can't watch it. You didn't,
no. Because it works anyway. So at some point,
yeah, I heard that.
Your Honor, and I lay myself on.
Okay, let's go here to the further.
They don't know what the fuck was the point of even presenting.
Because who can in their
He
right
hasn't explained
mind,
anything yet.
That is just black and white, isn't it?
It's just black and white, isn't it? What's black and white?
Maybe choose 36. Oh, there's a video on how to make these things. I'm saying they were demonstrating. Did they show you some kind of like laser beam or what? I don't understand.
Whatever the arc was between the walls.
What?
It was back a little further, but it was a guy with a camera on his phone. What happened? It was sabotage. Well, no, hurry.
Walk around.
Yeah, I saw like the spectrum to the wall.
We were sitting around on our cell phones, just hanging out, talking.
I want to see something get zapped. You know what's going on? Something happened.
Nothing's happening yet.
Nothing happened. Through what? An hour? 2 hours?
The further I go, I run into this data.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's
I just
they show me.
excuse me, focus. Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to have some quiet on the set. Thank you. Just for a second. What to state the obvious, even though we've worked on it, the bubbler is not working. Right. So
It was supposed to bubble. That's it.
efforts. So
Well, I think he's trying. That's what the demonstration
there's
is
no such-
in the bubbler.
Yep.
How it's going to create a small like
basically
thunderstorm
something
inside
must
of
be
the
blocked
thing.
there. So obviously, but just as well for all of us, still works. Which is got
So
to be
you
the
got
most
a
forest gump.
spark between the two domes, and nothing happened with the bubbler.
You know, so in some ways, run, Malcolm, run.
Oh God, help me!
So basically,
Wait, let me get out the sledgehammer.
Say is that
I might
that-
get
All right.
it myself.
You gotta fix it.
Hold on, I'm gonna fix myself because obviously I'm not fucking getting it here, bro. Hold on. Here we go. Let me fucking just in the fucking head with this. Okay, now. No, I still don't get it. Sorry.
There are 5 spheres on the vivid.
Is it just
On the
me,
vid.
or are you tired of fucking people like this? I mean, I get where you're coming from, Chilster. I know it works what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But I'm saying this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Why not just fucking show us the fucking experiment? Why do they want to do this? I don't get it. Like, why do you drag this demo thing out and all this shit talk, blah, 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 and then
Most people aren't
this
going to get
little
it.
fucking tiny thing is what you did? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, most people aren't going to understand where you're going with it because they don't understand how static and electricity actually work.
Why do people do this to everybody? They make everything into this fucking big
Circus? Yeah.
It's a fucking circus of shit. It's like the fucking news is always the same shit. Like, see at 11, there's somebody dying and he's hanging from a tree and there's black people all around him. And then you get there and it's not. It's some fucking stupid thing that has nothing to do with that. But that's how they draw you in. It's like they have you here. You're all like falling asleep watching the screen while they're flashing shit in your eyes probably while you're watching it, right? This is the kind of shit I'm talking about, bro. It's like insane. It's like, why can't you just fucking show me the fucking vagina, okay? Show me the
money
right now in the very beginning. I don't want to fucking watch 4 hours of you talking and doing this fucking dance and talking about your fucking ass and everything else and sabotage and shit. Fuck all that shit. Show me the fucking experiment, bro. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Does everybody, I mean, do you not get, like, why isn't everything just a shot like TikTok? Show me the fucking juice, man. Show me the cum shot or whatever you want to call it. Show it to me now. I don't want to fucking wait an hour into the show and then have to dig through and pick out where the fuck that spot is. Just show it to me. What's the big fucking deal? I don't understand, bro. It's so frustrating. Like, show me the fucking experiment. Get on with it. Show me something that gives me a reason to want to stop. Go, where's the experiment? I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
Here you go. There's one for you.
And that's what I feel like. I feel like Kamala right now because I'm just going on and on about it because there's nothing to talk about. It's like, okay, the generator this, but we don't know anything about this experiment. We don't have any idea how any of this shit's or what it is or what it does. We have no fucking clue, and they give us nothing. They give us absolutely. I mean, we didn't watch it all, but I guarantee you, they didn't give you any information. It was like a Kamala speech for the first fucking. I don't know how long is this? 2 hours and 30 minutes. The first 2 hours and 30 fucking minutes, and there's what 20 seconds. So I bet you the 20 seconds at the end is where they show you the fucking cum shot. So you watch 2 hours and 30 minutes of nothing, of going, what the fuck's going on? Waiting for someone to either catch on fire, and then you realize it's gonna happen in this little tiny fucking tube. It's like what? Like,
I could distill whiskey faster, dude.
What the fuck? Why didn't you say it? This is where the fucking experiment's gonna happen. This is why we're taking. They're over there taking readings on the side. It's like I don't get it.
Calm down, sir. Calm down. Let's pour over the data right quick and see what they.
I just want to blink out of existence sometimes. It's so fucking irritating. It's like bash the head in with a fucking stick 10 more times, dude. I'm not fucking stupid. I get it. Just show me the fucking cum shot, okay?
Okay. Here's the data. You ready? It's on screen.
So the auction.
There's the data.
Whoop-de fucking do.
All right. Well, let's take a look at it. So here we go.
Here are the results from the first gas analysis trial before the smoke test, displayed here again, compared with the control unit, just to recap. And here are the results from the test the previous day on the Sunday that we saw earlier, shown along with these as well.
Update here. The fuel efficiency trials, which didn't get done.
So this basically is
a
little miniature
I didn't think of it.
thunderstorm generator.
The machine
was
sabotaged.
Put this in your yard or in your field,
but
supposedly it'll cause a thunderstorm to happen.
Malcolm did go and do that because he knew everyone would.
Yeah, but I mean, if we build a whole bunch of them,
here
like
they are.
I know.
Well,
I get it. Okay, so I get it now. This is okay. I see it. Okay, I get it now. I'm sorry. I apologize, Chilster. I get where he's going with this now. This is more information to feed into what we were talking about already. I get where he's going now. Okay. So I apologize if I made it sound stupid, but okay. So what he's showing us here is that if they can make a little tiny thunderstorm generator in this little thing, so imagine what they can do with the big picture. I'm starting to get where he's going with it now. Okay. My bad. It took me a while.
But you want to build one of these? We could take over the world, sir. We could cause it thunderstorms.
You know what's funny about this, about the fact that he said that, is it makes me wonder if he did a little research on his own, because Boogeyman was talking about this shit too. He said that there was a frequency that you could play in a certain field, and it would actually make lightning come down from the sky. Now I don't know if he was nuts by that. I don't know. I'm not sure about where his mental capacity was.
I got some homework for you. I'm gonna get on it too, but I want to find Boogeyman, his stuff.
I do too, and I know it's out there. It's like the Doc Communicator podcast or whatever it was called. I can't remember.
Yeah, and they're associated with LeBron's people too. A lot of the people that were in his group.
But I mean, some of the stuff that he showed, bro, I literally saw that face, bro, and it fucking floored me, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Because he was talking about it one night. I was on the phone with them, bro. We had this long ass fucking 3 or 4 hour conversation. And he was telling me about the fucking entities that he saw in the house and stuff. And it was weird, bro. I didn't know whether I should believe him or not, because I didn't know him that well. But I was just like, you're kidding me, right?
DB's making a point here. Check him out.
Okay.
He's got more comments. He's still putting them in. Yeah, I would love to see it too. I would love to actually.
It's not so sacred anymore, but yeah, it's definitely some interesting stuff. You're right, CB. I think that's what what's his name was working on too. That guy we were talking about last night or the night before.
Uh-huh.
I think it was Marcy that remembered what his name was, wasn't it? Yes.
Sure. I do see why he's presenting this stuff, but the thing is, it's like it seems like there's always some kind of hitch.
Well, yeah, of course. This guy's trying to sell it, and obviously, and he's showing you all the stuff, and I get it. Okay, I get what he's saying. Is that if you put this in a room, it can actually create this thing that will eventually cause a storm to happen, basically, in a small way. Like things will start, like it'll cause it to happen. No,
Check it out.
Exactly. Get on it. Yeah, I know. Let's get on it. Let's do it. Let's build one. Okay. Let's see. But I'm still saying I think it'd be more fun to do it in a warehouse, to create an environment where we have the right moisture, the right gases. Obviously, maybe not people in there because there's going to be some kind of a grounding. But we build like a dome, we build like a room, and we start messing with it to see what kind of reactions we get. I bet you we might figure out how God did it.
Your own little universe, sir.
Or at least get to see into like the mind of God when it comes to like how he put us together. I don't know. It could be fascinating, or it could just be leading us down a road that goes nowhere.
Yeah. I think CERN's on the wrong path when it comes to it.
If you think about it, if the devil's the king of this world, right? Like I know that has to mean something. So when the Bible says the devil, he's the great deceiver. This might just be the devil's work. You know what I'm saying? Like this might be why God's showing it to me, or why he's making my brain tingle, is because this has to do with what I've been asking him for a long time. Is show me how they're doing it. How are they making our minds controlled? How are they confusing us and making us believe shit that's not true? Like how is it that they've convinced me over the years not to believe in God as much? It's like over the years I've lost some faith just by watching television shows. And I started to wonder about that because my faith used to be really strong, and it kind of like dwindled for a while. And I was like, I'm not doing anything different. I haven't, until recently, things haven't really gotten chaotic in my life. But it's like, I don't know. It just feels weird. It's like my light's dimming. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, it's weird. I can feel energy being drawn from me, and it makes me wonder. I'm going to look deceived. Like more than
I'm going to look through this guy's website, dude. I'm going to see if he has like he says it's patented, right? Do they patent their generators?
They always do, of course. That's why that's probably why he's making all that hubbub, is so he can show it without actually giving you any information about how exactly it's done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But probably the best way. It would have been easier if he just would have made a cartoon to show us instead of his bald ass head walking around in a room for 3 hours, or 2 hours.
Well, hands on with it, dude,
Well, yeah, but we weren't really, we didn't watch the whole video. I didn't give it a chance. But at the same time, I can just see that whatever it is that it was or wasn't doing or was supposed to do or whatever it was, obviously he convinced the people in the room because they understood the experiment. But I had no idea going into it what the hell it was, so it was really hard for me to figure out.
Yeah. I'm going to subscribe to him, and I'm going to look to his channel, see if I can find any hints or clues of how.
Well, yeah, I'm sure there's lots of stuff there, yeah, for sure. You might want to
Yeah,
post.
I'm getting out of his page.
But you might want to post since we used his thing, we might as well post his thing and give him props, right?
Yeah.
Let him
Well, I subscribe to him, so
subscribe to him if you guys, anybody in the chat wants to.
Yeah.
Because there might be a lot of information there that's. I'm not saying that anything that has alchemical science written on it is going to be biblical, but at the same time,
yeah.
I don't know. You can still learn from. It doesn't really matter what information's out there to be understood, right? It's out there to be learned and understood. It's not.
Well,
I don't call
be free, dude.
until I've confirmed it, and I know that this is the specific part of this thing that's evil, and then I can show that. That way, I don't have to point the finger at anybody in general. I can point the finger at who really deserves the finger pointed, which is the devil, right?
So if you look up here, they have a Hebrew text in their logo. Like it looks like they have like a scroll from the Bible right here
of the inside.
I can't read.
I know. I'm just reading little pieces of it.
Yeah, there's Sanskrit up here.
He has a bunch of. CB is just talking about. He has lots of stuff on the channel there that explains a lot of it too. So I'm sure it'll make sense if you watch it.
Nice to meet you, CB. I guess it's your first time here. I haven't seen you in the chat before. Have you?
I have seen CB in chat, but I don't know if it's the same CB that I'm thinking of that I've seen in chats before, but never on my channel or in here. No, I don't think. But I don't know what CB stands for. So.
Yeah, I don't have no idea. CB Radio.
I might know the person from Discord, and that's for all I know.
I do.
They found.
I think my coil just went out.
Your coil?
Oh no, it's empty. That's what it is. Yeah. So I dig through. I got a friend who's over a Campbell site who does basically a lot of these alchemical experiments himself, and he was using straight up charges straight from the moon's light. He fed it into a saline pool, and he put silver in it, and he was getting the silver to swirl in an ephemeris pattern as the moon cycle went.
What?
He demonstrated it over a week.
All right. Show me, motherfucker. Don't play me.
I gotta dig the videos up.
See how you are.
Campbell.
See how you are. See how you fucking are. You got to bring that shit up, knowing that I'm gonna want to see that, and I'm gonna be burning in my head all night.
Autodidactic. You've heard of him. He's got his channel. He's an Australian by the name of Campbell, and he actually had this guy on his channel for like 2 weeks. He was just throwing questions at him, asking him how this and that worked, and he actually did a demonstration for 1 week with a saline pool and silver, and he used some kind of rod. He's as a conductor, and he was using just pure moonlight, and it started swirling around the rod over the week. It would slowly come to the top. It would pull it to the top of.
Put me up there. I want to share something that's funny.
You can. All right, share.
Now, for all of you out there, okay, for all of you out there who don't agree or have a problem with whatever I've said, I've got something for you. So if you want to complain, I've got a form for you to fill out, okay? And here it is.
You got a complaint form? Nice.
It says date of hurtfulness, time, what caused the butt hurt, okay, what was tissue needed for your tears, will you be able to move past it, and then the reason for filing the report, check all that apply.
Where do you file this report at?
Right here. Just next time you're online, just send that right along, and we'll make sure it gets posted. See what some of the answers are. I'm an idiot. I'm a crybaby. I'm a thin skin. I'm a little bitch. I want my mommy. I felt picked on. It really is appropriated. Like I said, if I'm wrong, show me how I'm wrong, or show me why my theories or my ideas are wrong. That's okay. I want you to do that because I'm looking for the truth. Okay, so you all know that. But if all you have is you're stupid and you're uneducated, then that's the form you can fill out and send back to me. Okay, that way
you're an inbred hillbilly who doesn't know what he's talking about.
That's right, and so am I. So I'm right with you. Yeah. So.
Don't tell anybody.
Oh, leave me up there for a second. So.
Okay, you're still there.
I showed this. Remember, I was trying to show this the other day on the show. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a demonstration of a 6 foot, or no, maybe it's an 8 foot table, an 8 foot kitchen table, and they've got the camera set to where you can only see the like straight. You know, when the top of the table disappears, they stop dropping the camera so that you just see the lividity. So when you see the wall behind it, you're seeing, like, that's what you would see if your eye was right at the edge, to where you could, you see the wall, but you wouldn't see the surface at all. This is what happens when something moves away from you on an 8 foot table. See how he gets about halfway, 4 feet, and see how the bottom disappears first? It's just an illusion, people. It's not reality. It's just a fucking illusion. See what I'm saying?
The first person I ever seen do that was Phuket Word. He actually did
my head up. The first time I saw it, I was like, "What the fuck?" Well, I was like, "No way." I had to get out the camera and I had to fucking see that. I had to put my eye down there and put the fucking car, and I rolled it and it disappeared, and I was like, "What? No way!" I didn't realize it was that obvious. Like, it happened like that, so in such a short distance. I didn't realize that. But see, that's what I'm saying. Your perspective, okay? Your perspective starts here. Starts where your eye meets the light that hits it. You get it? And your eye is shaped like what? A fucking dome. So what happens?
All right.
All the light in the room focuses into that one spot in the center of the back of your eye, right? Gotcha. Just like the top of your head absorbs all the frequencies from the sky. It's the same fucking thing. Only one's light and one's frequency, right? But when you find out that frequency and light are actually entangled, along with magnetics and all that, that's when you start to realize what I'm starting to realize, is that the spiritual that's what the spiritual is. That's the part that you can't see. There's a spiritual side to it, but they're not telling you about that. They're leaving that out of there. Why are they doing that? Because they don't want you to know you have power and that your free will means something, and it can create things. It can create things. Look at what these people have done, these scientists, with these damn things. They created stars in a jar. Think about how fucking cool that is, right?
Sorry.
It's fucking
Had to blow a whistle.
awesome. Yeah, wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Wakey, wakey.
Wake up. Wake up. This is making me wake up. Now, and then you start thinking about all those dome-shaped teardrop things in Russia and all these buildings. Why are they shaped that way? I wonder. Maybe because they emit frequencies back up to the sky to let God know, hey, we're still down here and we still love you. How do we don't even know what these buildings are for. We don't know how they got here. We don't know why they're half buried in mud. We don't know anything. We just assume based on how it's been fed to us. And so I think that's a lot of why we get confused and why we go off on things saying like, oh, there was a big flood. Well, yeah, there was a flood, but what is this mud flood stuff? Is this something that happened during the flood? Or is this something that happened after the flood? And we've been tricked into believing that a certain amount of time has gone by since that point, but really it's been longer or not as long. Like, how do we know that Jesus didn't come 500 years ago? How do we really know that? We don't know that, right? We don't know that. We don't. No one knows for sure. Jesus might have lived in the 1850s. Who knows? He might have lived, you know what I'm saying? Like, how would you know? How would I know? When? If they're able to keep records and change them anytime they want, how can you even believe that you would know the truth of any of it? You can't, because I don't even think anybody knows it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Earth if Earth is what I think it is, which is obviously created by God, but if it literally self scrubs itself and cleans itself, like, it starts screwing up and you make things too bad, it corrects it. Call it Mother Nature, because like when your mom smacks the crap out of you when she catches you doing something stupid, right? That's the effect that it gives you. It's like snaps you, when your dad whoops your ass for, mouthing off to your mom. There's a reason for that. You don't understand it at the time, but you will. Go on. Tired of me.
You got to listen to your anus. You got to listen to your anus.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, good God. I know. It's 2:00 and
It's bedtime.
I want to go to sleep.
So do I. I wanted to go sleep 4 hours ago.
Yeah. I'm actually going to finish Wakey Wakey. I want to go through the whole video and show how they manipulate the academia. So easy, just with peer review, and they'll admit that they're actually just blowing smoke up your ass.
And the blow your mind
hasn't
even come yet, by the way, because I think the torch and the light at the top of the torch is going to show us a lot more of that too, about the space. If I'm right, I might be crazy. It might just be my mind seeing shit, me seeing faces and stuff. But if I'm right, dude, and there is a face at the top of every star, that means that they really are entities and that the Bible's not lying to you. That's why I think this is important. That's why I'm showing it. It's not because I want you to run off on some tangent and down a road to whatever Satanism. That's not the point at all. But if Satanism and the stuff that they know coincides with what's really true, then we need to figure out what that is, right? We need to understand it, because that's what our job is here. According to Proverbs, it is to understand their dark sayings, right?
Yes, I agree with you.
To understand the what? The enigma. The enigma. Think about that. Good night, guys. Think about it.
Night, guys.
Bible too.
Thanks for coming. Hold on. I want to give CB a wrench.
Okay.
I haven't heard or seen anything weird.
Me neither. I'm good.
Yeah.
Fellow in curiosity person, yeah. Fellow curious mind.
Yeah. Well, you can't agree with everybody.
I didn't even realize that damn sledgehammer was sitting there until I looked between my legs a minute ago. I've been looking for that stupid thing for like 2 weeks, bro.
Have you?
Yes, because I was trying to write something down earlier a couple days ago, and I was all pissed off because I couldn't find that stupid sledgehammer. And I'm just like looking down here between my legs. I'm like, there's that sledgehammer. It's been tangled up in the damn chair for this whole time. Didn't even see it sitting. That's weird.
I think my coils died. Damn it. Oh.
Try not the coil. It's probably the link between the battery and the coil.
Yeah, I cleaned them off just now.
Bend it back and forth, twist on it. Usually it gets it working again. It just gets sticky and won't work the connection.
Well, I just cleaned them off.
You know what helps too is to get one that you put the fluid into instead of you put the cartridge onto. You get one like that does tobacco. It's made for type of that, and then you change the cotton in there, and then you can put the distillate in there, and it'll still burn. And then you get huge, immense gacker hits, and it knock you on your ass too. And you don't have
I'm trying to knock myself on
you don't have to like suck on it for 5 seconds to get a hit. You just boom, and you're like you choking. It's kind of like taking a dab.
That was a nice little meme you sent me. Cute.
Like that. All right, you gonna kill it now before I look like an
idiot? I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play out a song. It's kind of fitting.
All right, well, at least take me off the big screen and start looking at my bald head, all right?
Oh, you're still on there, huh? Oh, shit, I forgot about you.
There you go. All right, that's much better. Now, at least the gleam isn't so bad. Yeah, it's blinding me.
Okay, we'll go with version 7, and I don't think this is going to get me a hit, but I'm just going to try it out.
Oh, no, don't do that. Don't fuck it up, bro. This is a good show.
Oh, I'm not fucking it up.
This is good.
You like the pick.
Even if everybody tomorrow tells me I'm completely wrong and shows me I'm wrong, I don't care. It's okay with me.
But I'm not trying to show you you're wrong.
I don't think I'm wrong, but I'm sure somebody's going to have some argument.
No, you're looking for how things work. It's just your nature.
I want to know the truth, right? And I think this is part of it. So,
you recognize this guy right here?
No, but Sam Kinison.
No, here.
I know who it is.
You recognize the song?
Why don't you play a song that we all know so that way we can enjoy it? Don't play something.
You don't know this song?
Yeah, song off the B-side. I don't know. What is it?
The World in My Eyes. The World in My Eyes.
I don't know.
World in My Eyes.
I don't know. And what's a 7-inch version?
You know what a 7-inch record is?
Yeah, but what does that have to do with anything? It didn't come off that. It didn't come off that. We both know that digital way before they came around, dude.
For the best mode?
There was no record. Sorry. They might have recorded onto a record afterwards, but they didn't record it directly onto the record. No. Not anymore.
Let's give them a shot. What do you think?
All right. I say you should play the best song that they have.
Such as
really good fucking song. Come on, dude. Words
What,
are
Jesus?
very unnecessary. They can only do harm. That song rocks, dude.
Okay. Enjoy the Silence is what you're talking about?
That's the one.
You want to play the actual video? Because that could give me a hit for sure.
Well, don't just find one that shows the song and the words and play that. I don't see why that would be a problem, because the video is probably what gets us in trouble, because they choreograph it and somebody has to get paid for that. But
They
the
do.
song itself is free to everybody, is it not?
Well, I got to go to Depeche Mode site. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, that. Oh, that's
What the hell are we listening to?
probably this background music site.
No, there's a new one they got out.
Sounds pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
Some perfect stranger.
Not bad. You want to play out with that one?
No, I want to hear the one I like.
God damn you, you motherfucker!
All that shit, man. Like once I buy the album and I master it and then I listen to all those songs and then I love the whole album, then I want to hear every song. But until then, I just want to hear the ones I like until I get like the other one.
Let's go.
And I bought the album that song's off of. I bought it. I had it.
I've had the Violator. Yeah, I've had the Depeche Mode, the best
I
of
really
it.
like Depeche Mode. I really like at least that song especially. I really like that. It's digital. It's got a killer bass line. It's fucking awesome. It's a great song. It really is. And I'm sure there's plenty more songs that they have that are just as good or even better. But until I get to know them,
They have a lot of songs.
I know they do. They do have quite a few. They got a really good techno beat. I love it. That's why I
Well,
always.
they work with
I don't know,
synthesizers.
but when it comes to like what they're about and all that, I have no clue. They could be atheists for all I know. You know what I mean? But I just like
They're not, dude.
some of their songs.
That just reminded me of what I'm going to actually play out with. Just because you actually said that they might be atheists.
No, I don't think they are, but I'm saying they might. They might be. Might. I'm just saying. I'm throwing it in the air.
Throw it in the air.
Could be, maybe not. Who knows? I'm just saying. I don't know.
Don't worry, I'll share it with you later. I'll send you the video and stuff later.
Well, everybody has to make their own decision on that, whether or not they're good band or a bad band. But I still like it anyway. I mean,
they actually have.
They played on the radio how many freaking times? I mean, and I sang along to it every single time it came on the radio. So
I don't see another version.
you don't see like one that just shows the words and then plays the song in the background.
Not on their website.
Maybe not. Don't look on their website. Look on whatever. Just type it in there. Just type in the song with lyrics and see what comes up.
Yeah, what was it again? Enjoy the Silence, right?
Just type in "Enjoy the Silence" with lyrics and see what it comes up with.
It's already folded up already. You got one live.
Well, then delete that.
No, let's go look through. They got the best of. They got one with lyrics here.
Here you go. See, play that.
Okay,
That's just
it's
gonna show
basically a sky shot.
Yeah, it's going to show you like a picture and it's going to play the song and show the words. Yeah. So that way we can enjoy the song and we don't have to worry about copyright. Yeah. Right?
No copyright for us.
Are you okay with that?
So I'm with it.
If that's the problem is the video, then we don't need to show it. We'll show the song because I like.
Ask
about
the
the video.
anus.
I like the song.
The anus agrees. See, he agrees. Okay.
That was at 103.
When your anus talks to you.
Oh yeah, it always does. Sometimes it touches me too. Sometimes.
Where does it touch you?
It tickles my nose.
Where did it touch you?
Touch my nose.
Okay. Your anus touched your nose. How do you do that?
Yeah,
dude? I wanna
when you
see it.
fart and then you smell it, yeah, it touches your nose, bro. Your ass goes from your ass to your nose, just like that. And then it goes all the way back through and comes out your ass again. See, think about it. Gotta love science, right?
That's not science. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
dude. Science taught me that my ass and my mouth are directly connected. That's disgusting.
Is that science? Is that natural science?
Bro, how else would you have figured that out except you got in there and followed the route, right?
Yeah, from ass to nose.
Thank God for some dude with a hole in his stomach, right? Where they got to test it and see what was going on.
Well, bend over and touch your toes. Is that what you're going to say next?
No. No.
It rhymes.
No, it's not playing. It's not playing. What are you doing?
I'm not playing. I'm getting ready for you to say play. Play?
Words like violence break the silence, come crashing into my little world. Painful to me, it's right through me. Don't you understand? Oh, my little girl. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary. They can only do harm. Vows are spoken to be broken. Feelings are intense, words are trivial. Pleasures remain, so does the pain. Words are meaningless and forgettable. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary. They can only do harm. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary. They can only do harm. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary. They can only do harm.
They are awesome, I think, personally. I've always liked them for some reason. But do you see the picture up there? Did you get a full screenshot of that? Dude, that's like 60 miles wide and it's flat. I'm telling you.
It's beautiful.
It is. No, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it an evening, and I'm going to pick back up with the PhD tomorrow in her interview.
Omar.
And who's Omar? Is there an Omar in the room?
No, but I'm reading about a movie that I like.
What's the name of the movie?
It's called Rock and Rule. It's from
Rock and
1983.
Roll.
Yeah.
1983 Rock and Roll.
Yep. It has Iggy Pop, Debbie Harry, and who else is in there?
You know, I've seen Iggy Pop play live.
But the
I
one I
was like
like,
15 feet from him.
there's a bunch of songs in that movie that I like, because when I was a teenager, I used to watch that movie over and over and over. But there's one especially that always pops into my head. It's My Name Is Mark. Thanks a lot. It's by Lou Reed. I love that song. I don't know why it sounds so simple when you listen to it on the movie. It sounds crappy, but in my mind, it sounds like it's this beautiful orchestra thing in the back of my head going on. You know, like, because I've got it stuck in my head so long. Like, I've created this more to it than what's really there on the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really that great of a song when you listen to it, but in my head, it's like cool as shit because it's just in there. You know what I mean? But Cheap Trick, Lou Reed, Iggy Pop, and Triumph.
Okay.
There's a bunch of famous singers and stuff in it that did the sounds for it. But it's basically a cartoon about a future where cats, dogs, and rats become people, like, and they take over the world basically. So everybody's like either a cat or a dog or some kind of animal that's become some kind of human part. And this guy named Mock in the story, he's this evil guy that, you know, has control over all these people and all that. And so it's about this girl who can sing really well. Of course, Debbie Harry plays the girl voice and everything, sings. But it's basically Mock tricks her into singing for him so he can open a portal to hell. It's a pretty sick, disgusting movie. But if you like music,
like it. Yeah.
and you like some weird stuff, like I always thought that movie was sick and cool. I liked it. It's a really interesting, deep movie that it hits on all kinds of notes. It'll hit your conspiracy stuff. It'll hit all that. Just check it out. It's worthy. It's definitely worthy. And some really good music in it too. Just check it out.
Did you see anybody I missed there?
I see Mayanus. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think you missed anybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Appreciate you. Love you.
There's 6 of them in here now, so I know Marcy's already gone. So
Marcy. Oh,
I'm gonna end the stream now.